Good evening everybody. Welcome to my Sunday night stream. I hope everybody's well, had a lovely weekend. I had a very busy one here, so it's nice to spend some time relaxing in front of the garrison at the moment, but we're interesting to see what we've done in terms of gold making this weekend. Everything's probably expired because I've hardly been on this weekend because I've been so busy. So it's going to be interesting to see what we can do to reset things. Obviously my video for my March highlights went out today as well, so that was an interesting result. Good evening Nobby1602, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. And Dad Freddy, thanks for stopping by, how are you? First time on my live stream? Well, very nice to see you on board. Hope you're doing well, hope you had a very good weekend. Pull up a chair, we're going to do a little bit of gold making this weekend. We're going to be doing a little bit of leveling probably on Jahwakening and Erfen if we can. See if we can progress them. See if we can progress the alchemy profession. And probably take a look at everything overall. Everything's probably expired because it's been more than 48 hours since I've been able to really relist everything. So we'll have a look at everything on that side of things. And have a good day out yesterday at the game convention. Yes, I did, thank you Nobby. It was really good. Got to see lots of interesting games. Me and my son had a great time, so thank you for that. But yes, it was good. What did I see that was particularly nice? Factorio. That was quite a nice game. We had a little play of that. My son's actually gone ahead and bought it already. He's playing that upstairs. And that looks like a very interesting sort of like a mechanics game. A bit like resource management and gold making, so I can see the appeal there, definitely. Yeah, it gets very complex very fast, so it's quite interesting. What else did we see? We played quite a few different games, really. There was this 2-player cooperative game that we played where we were in this like Arctic area, and we had walkie-talkies. I can't remember what that one was called. Good evening, Mushy, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you had a good weekend. Still watching the ad, okay. That would mean that your sub has run out. Hold on, let me fix that up for you. As my one and only active mod, you can't have that happening. Hold on. Oh, Mr. Redblade, 10 months in a row, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your support, really do appreciate that. Let's see some Chef Sats, thumbs up, and Brutosaurs. Mr. Redblade, thank you ever so much for your support. And let me just sort this out. Here's a sub tier. Go through that. Did that pop up? Hold on, let me just work this out. Ah, there we go. Let me just go down here. Put that in. Do that. Click that. Click that, and then hopefully, hi, good evening Bacon Bits, how are you? Thanks for stopping by, hope you're doing well. There we go, that's sorted. Let me just close that down. Got a window that's popped up there. There we go. Close that down, there we go. Awesome, there we go. Can't have my one and only mod not having sub privileges, so there we go. Thank you very much, Mushy, for your continued support moderating the channel. It really is appreciated. All your suggestions and everything else, so that's the least I could do. There we go. Right, and that's done. Let's just click that window down. Got too many windows up. We have got some good time today, so hopefully we're going to make up some lost ground from Friday's stream. Now everything's probably expired, so we're going to have to go and have a look at that and see if we can relist everything on. I'll probably do that first, I think, just relist everything on as quickly as I can and then see where we come back in terms of gold making. Obviously I'm not expecting a great deal because everything's expired. Good evening Z, hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. Is it shimmer scale diving helmets? Okay, as a turn in. Right, we'll have to look out for those on Erfen. Let's run through this. 428 mails, so let's go through all the expires first. How much space do we have at the moment? We've got space for 90. Looks like Time Evolution's Pandaria have gone down quite a bit. And a few other bits and pieces here that need sorting out. Maybe we're going to need to go to the Dalaran and sort out the guild bank a little bit. Let's do this first lot. Let's take this lot. And coarse leather bardings as well, so both on Erfen. Right, we ought to jump over to Erfen and make sure we get that sorted. So I won't tarry too long on getting these listed. We'll just run through these as quickly as possible. And then we'll do a quick reload. Get this lot on. There'll be another 40 in the mail, and then we'll do a post of that lot and see if we can run through all of these relatively quickly as everyone comes in. So we'll just take these off. If we can do 100 at a time, that would be quite useful. Although some things won't stack, so we won't be able to do everything. So let's do a quick post scan from here. Let everything run through. I can't remember when everything expired. When did I last get a chance to post things on? It was Friday morning, I believe. So I haven't been on all of Saturday. I didn't get on today. So it is literally everything would have expired for most of the weekend. Deep Sea Assassin's going insane on your server. Even more expensive than the embroidered ones. Yeah, I found that, weirdly. It does get more expensive. I think people use the embroidered Deep Sea Satin for levelling their tailoring, and so don't give it much of an inherent value. But the Deep Sea Satin itself is used more readily in things like the Deep Sea bags, so I think the price of that on its own has increased. It's a bit strange, because obviously it results in being more expensive, but I guess it's down to the players posting them as to what kind of value they put on them. So all of this is just going to go on. I'm not paying too much attention to the prices at this stage. Simply scanning them briefly as I go through. How are we doing for bag space? 85. Still a few things here that aren't on. Let me have a look. No, I'll have to leave those. Let's just go through everything at the moment. Easiest way is just run through them. That was my daughter actually, Mushy. She just came down to grab a tissue. Alright, let's go through and reload everything here. So yes, it was a lovely weekend. EGX Res was very nice. Didn't get to see Mr. GM in the end, even though he was live streaming. Completely missed him. It was quite a small place as well, so I was surprised at that. But we spent a lot of time browsing all the games, having a look at everything. And then we went into the tabletop game area, played a couple of different games that are on free play there. And then we spent the rest of the last hour or so painting miniatures, which was really nice. They had a little stall set up, and you could take a free miniature and paint it to your heart's content. So that was really cool. Do I need to do a reload? I think I do. There we go. Best way to get Expulsum. Demonic, I would say if you've got a tailor or leather worker, make braces, either the tide spray linen braces or something like the shimmer scale arm guards, if you can get the materials for those cheaply, and then send them to whichever character you want to have the Expulsum, and get them to scrap all the greens. That would be my suggestion. Yep, the spreadsheet's also another good one. Good evening, Ballsy. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Let's go through these expires. Not sure I've got much room for these. Is that literally it? Yes, it is. Wow, okay. A lot of that needs to be posted on, so let's go through that. I think I'm going to need to free up some bag space, otherwise this whole process is going to slow down somewhat. So maybe we'll post this lot, collect up the things that are in the Tailoring Emporium, and then we'll head off to Dalaran so we've got access to a guild bank. And then we can pop a few things away. That would be easiest, I think. Kalistaran, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you had a good weekend. Just going and relisting everything on yet. We haven't got to the mailbox stage yet. We're just going through posting things on at their various prices. It's the things here that are below min price that are clogging up my bags at the moment. So we need to sort those out, definitely. and then we need to clear out some of the stuff that's not in the bank, and that will free up our bag space somewhat. If it's expulsum you need, it's in the second tab. Yes, thank you Mushy for the link there. And Egotistics, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. It is running through posting everything on at the moment. All our expires. Just going to shove everything back on, and then we can run through what we need to do next, which is going to be posting those. We need to jump over to Erfen those. So the main thing there is, let's have a look at our bags here. There's a few things here that need to go on manually. So let's do those now, otherwise I'll just stay in my bags the whole time, and then I can come back to everything else. Shopping wise, let's move this here. How are Shadow Weave masks doing? 1,100, okay, that's no good. My crafting cost is 1,200, so I'm out of that market for the moment. Mage Weave headbands, crafting cost is minimal on those, so we might as well. Ideally I'd like to go in here at the 223 though, so I'm going to go in there instead. Don't want to sell myself short on those. And the same with the shoulders, even though there's lots of them there. I'm going to go for that instead. That's fine at that price. And that's all this Sinister Combatant stuff. So what's the crafting cost of these? Is 811 crafting costs, so there's not a huge margin in there. 1,000 gold is quite cheap there for that one. I would rather come in here at 1,300 and something. This seems to be my ballpark figure at the moment, so let's post them all on at that price. We need to do them individually, I think, because they're all different variations, but we'll take them as a different mass there, and that should be fine. And then that leaves me with some shirts over here, blue linen shirt and what have you. I'm just going to go in straight here at the lower price on these because they are very, very cheap to post and to make as well. There we go. Right, that's that done. Quick question about the Bracer Shuffle. Sure get it a lot. How can you tell if it will be profitable on your server? Is there some sort of spreadsheet? There is exactly. Egotistics, as Mushy has just linked you there. That's the spreadsheet. Now what you need to do is on that spreadsheet. Oh, that's a good point actually. Very good point. Well made. Let me just grab that. Okay, so let's get the spreadsheet, copy the link for it, and then I'll make a command for it. Let me just add one in. Let's see, add command, we will call it, the command is going to be shuffle, and then we'll pop in the link to the spreadsheet there and submit that. There we go. Thanks for the idea, Mushy. Good idea. So yes, on the spreadsheet, if we bring that over into the chat for the moment. So what you need to do here is put in all your DB market prices here. Actually, if you use the 8.1 with the rod, assuming you've got the rod, this is still work in progress, so bear that in mind. It hasn't got all the TSN strings for it, but it's a good idea for checking your prices here. So you go into the 8.1.5 tab, put in all your DB market prices in all the beige coloured bits, put in the prices for your Umbra Shards and Veil Crystals here, and these will automatically update themselves. You can even go so far as to put in the price of some of the key enchants, the weapon enchants and the ring enchants, and then over here on the right hand side in green tells you what kind of profits you might see, and then this will change to tell you whether it's worth it or not based on the price of everything you get here, and then the returns you get here. Obviously down here, according to these numbers, 9 Deadly Navigation would give me 23,000 profit from 100 braces, if I was able to sell them at that price with the prices that I've got on here. It all depends on the price of everything here. Obviously the Deadly Navigation here is quite high at 2,900, which is quite exceptional from this list, so it's probably not going to be that kind of price for everyone. But that's the that's how you'd use that. I'll pop that back over that side. There we are. As in all honesty, it's complicated. Yes, that's maybe true. There we go. Seems the question is hot this week. Yeah, it does seem to be. Good evening, Arthurs. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. So if you can not disenchant your blues, or have the rod as your enchanter, it's not 120 yet, use the old tab, the second one. Yeah, good idea. The spreadsheet is definitely getting complicated. It needs some explanation. I think I need to probably do a second video going through the new one. Once I've completed it, I'll do that, and I'll get a new one going and see if we can get something that explains the process a bit better, perhaps, once I've rounded out a bit more and I'm satisfied with my numbers. So in the meantime, I'm going to post everything on here. Well, that's interesting. That's gone as none there. Let's try that. Oh, that's strange. That's gone anyway. Okay, that's done. We'll leave that one. Hi, good evening, Annette. How are you doing? There we go, Crown Priest. Got it working. Excellent. Good to see. Oh, next emote. I'm thinking we really ought to have an Oreo emote. I'm thinking of drawing him. I need to get a picture of him. I'm going to drawing him upside down because he seems to spend most of his time upside down anyway. Sort of like facing the camera, upside down Oreo. If I had 3 emotes, I would do one of those emotes that goes across 3 different ones. But that's going to be probably for when I get partnership or something like that, when I have a lot more emotes to be able to make use of it. Anyway, let's go back to Dalaran, get that done. Actually, before I do that, let's make use of this whilst we're here, and then we can use the reload whilst we're going to Dalaran to take out the rest of that. We might as well do that. Oh yes, Hexweave, good point. I was going to do that, and I completely forgot to do that. Quickly grab that, it's all stacked up. Whilst I'm here, let's take all of that, restart everything on, and reload those, which is going to be that. Don't think I've got any work orders. I might have one actually. So let's just do this for the moment. And all of that, and all of that, and then more work orders.
What can I do for you?
Get those going. There we go.
Have a good one.
Now we can go back. Very nearly forgot to do that. Right, off to Dalaran we go. Off I go then. So how are you doing, Annette? Hope you had a good weekend. Oh, we've got a cookie here. It's an unusual appearance. Put your camera on. There we go. A wild cookie has appeared. She doesn't normally like to go on the rug, but she has appeared. There we go. Replacing Oreo camera for the moment. Normally she likes. Oh, there we go. Normally she likes to go on my lap. So I'm just going to have to move the keyboard a minute. Let's put the keyboard up the top there. Hold on. Let's just rearrange. There we go. Let's see if we can find a cookie camera. Hold on. If I can organise this. Hold on. There we go, cookie. There's a cookie cam. And she's here, ready for tonight. Oh, she's going all over the place. She hasn't settled down properly yet. Let's just move that down there. And then we can show you a cookie camera. Oh, that's just my knee. That's not going to work. Let's put that up there. Hold on. Camera positions. There we go. She's settled down now. Let's see if I can turn that round. There we go. Let's do that a little bit higher. There we go. Now we've got a cookie cam. Now that she's on my lap. Maybe the second time in a year. Yeah, she hasn't come down. She doesn't come down very often these days. Not since we rearranged the living room. So it's nice to have her down. Yeah, purring away. She tends to dribble quite a lot when she purrs though. So you do have to watch out for that. Now, unfortunately, my arm's going to go in the way there. So let me just move the keyboard across. I'm going to be slightly skewed here, but these are the things we do for our cats. We have to contort ourselves rather, into different positions. It's up to them where they decide to go. Okay, let's go through and open up what else we can fit in the mail for now. And we've got some gold coming through. That's good. Good start. She's a very dark tortie. Yeah, she is. She's she's got a lot of black, but very little sort of custard colour on her. So we've got a few things here. That's a good start. Happy with those to go with. Oh, hold on. My keyboard's just balanced here. I'm twisted to try and get everything sorted. So let's go. Actually, no, let's post these on first, and then we can clear out the guild bank. That'll be the easiest way to go through. There we go. Let's move this back over here. There we go. And then auctioning. Run a post scan. There we are. Let's see if I can move the camera in a little bit. Actually, it's got a little bit of zoom on it. Configure video. We can do a zoom on cookie. Hold on, let's just turn you around. Wrong way. There we are. Can't quite see her there, so let's stick up a little bit of exposure. There we are. Then we can see her a bit better. Gain's probably a bit high there, so stick that down a little bit. There we are. There's Cookie. There we are. The camera's having trouble adjusting to her colours. There we are. Don't forget to bring the coarse leather and shimmer scale to Erfen. Yes, definitely. This is payback for going to draw Oreo. Yes, can't forget. I need an emote for both cats. Can't forget Cookie. Alright, let's post this lot on. Right, there we go. So, then what we need to do now is clear out our bags a little bit, because everything's bunched right up. We've got all these Tome Evolutions Pandaria, which, looking at this, 999, crafting cost is 1,100, so I'm just going to park those for the moment, because I don't want to do them at that price, and obviously I've got so many of them, I don't want to buy out any more of them. So I'm just going to clear some space here with those tomes. Let's just move them down. What else as well? Northrend has gone too low as well. So it looks like the market of the tomes has really bottomed out. So that's not good. Kiefer, thank you very much for 5 months of subscribing. Very much appreciate your support. I'm going to keep one each in just in case. There we go. See some... Oh, hold on, where's my window? Chef's hats and Dino Love and thumbs up. To Kiefer, thank you very much. And what's the best recipes to put all your marks of honour on? If I've got a tailor and leather worker, I would start off with the Sinister Combatants gear first. To try and get everything rank 3s really, if you can. That would be my first port of call. Danny, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. I miss Juicy. Alright, let's also pop in, whilst we're here in the enchanting slot, the Sorceress gear in there. Shirt, we've got Sumptuous Fur we could probably put in the reagent bank. And let's just go over there actually. The easiest bit, because the Sumptuous Fur we'll use. So reagent bank wise, we'll go over here. Got a few slots actually available. So let's put all of the Sumptuous Fur in. Nylon thread, Tide Spray, Hexweave can go in there as well. And that should work for the moment. That gives me quite a few slots left now. How much have I got? 100 slots exactly. That's good. So let's go over and carry on with the mailbox. Get everything up. Oh, thank you, Kiefer. Exactly, Nux. We've got a cookie cam tonight. She's nestled on my lap at the moment. She's kind of got in there before Oreo. I'm sure Oreo will decide to come in at some point. So we did have a few sales here. Let's carry on with the expires. See if we can pick up some more things here. Run through those. And then do a quick reload. Got twisted here. Don't make it easy, do you, Cookie? Obviously when Cookie decides to jump off, we're just going to see my lap, so I have to reposition the camera after that. Sure, Oreo will come in then. And let's do some more Expires here. Good evening, Stevie B. Hope you're doing well. Konzek, thanks for stopping by. Hope you had a good weekend. We do have Cookie Cat tonight. She has graced us with her presence tonight. Just for the moment, while she puts her claws into my knee. Let's do another reload on that. Probably get another lot going that way. All is very good, thank you very much. How about yourself? Here comes Oreo. Now Cookie's looking suspicious. He's not sure now. Oreo's normal place is usurped by a Cookie. Lovely weekend for gold making. Excellent. And alright, this is nearly all gold, except for a few shimmer scale bits here. So let's just control click and open those up. And then we can get another reload and get all of the gold in once. Oh, hold on. Ow. That was Cookie hissing at Oreo, and now she's just run. Ow. That hurt. Okay, let's just move the camera back down. We're having competition for stream time at the moment, it would seem. Ow. Her claws went right into my knees then. Now Cookie's looking balefully back at Oreo. She's not happy. We've got Cookie over there looking at Oreo, just in the distance, and Oreo's round this side looking nonplussed. Here he goes. Here comes Oreo, back into his normal place. You hit 4 million today. Excellent, congratulations. Frodinator, how are you? Let me just adjust your camera, Oreo. Hold on, let me just sort this all out. Configure the video and just change the zoom back out. Hold on, let's move this over this side so I can see that way. Yeah, it didn't last long. Oreo's got his spot back. Hold on, let's move back. Hold on. Fog Hell, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. There we go. Right, Oreo's back in his normal position. Let me just tilt that up a little bit. Maybe Cookie will go back behind and get herself into her normal position. There we go. Right. Oreo's more of a camera hogger than Cookie. Yeah, definitely. It would seem to be. This time of the night, this is Oreo's spot. It would seem, and he's just in his normal gentle giant kind of way, just asserted his position there. So looking at gold-wise, our mailbox is looking at 71,000 for tonight. So considering everything expired, this has really been since Wednesday night. I only reposted everything on Friday morning, and then I let everything expire. So I haven't done any cancel scans, haven't done anything else. So this is just basically various sales. Flying carpet there, that's a good one. Wasn't expecting that one. Ah, Annette, thank you. 2 months of using your Prime. Very much appreciated. Thank you for your support. Let's see, lots of Chef's Hat, thumbs up, and Dino Love. You missed me Friday. Yes, I had to make sure I got some rest on Friday, because I had a very, very busy day on Saturday, which was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it, spending time with my son, checking out lots of the new games that are coming out. Lots of interesting indie titles. Oh, we've got a few things here we need to just get rid of there. Let's just get rid of those. Then we've probably got one more coming through on the mail in a moment. 45 for 46. But what else have we got here? Sinister Combatants gear, Hexweave bag, at 1,000, Tiramisu. And there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 Hexweave bags there. So those extras that I bought for, they were under 900 that I bought them for. So selling them for 1,000 is good. And rings, packs and seals. More seals there, more packs there. Binding of Haste, Binding of Critical Strike. So a good mix of things there. Versatility is quite nice there at 1,000 gold. And Crusader enchant is nice at 1,300. That's also good. And we did get a sale of a Tome of Illusions Outland for 6,000. That's a nice price. Okay. overall, happy with that. Just got one more mail to come through there. So let's just get that through. And that last one was a Pact of Mastery for another 1,000. So 72,000 in total for tonight's mail. But it's not really tonight's mail, that's since Wednesday. So it is a fair amount. Oh, there's a Galley Banquet in there. 10 of those. That's quite good. Right, so let's open up those. 70,000. Just repeat yourself. He really missed it. Oh, what did I miss? Dado, let me just scroll back up. Missed a message from Dado. Hold on, let me go all the way up. I do apologise. Oh, and we just sold a Pact of Versatility. Excellent. What's the best recipes to put your Marks of Honour on, do I think? I thought I answered that one. The Sinister Combatant gear, I was thinking. Or unless I missed something else. Was there another one? Not sure. Egg rolls for days. Thank you very much for the follow. But which one? Right, okay, so in terms of like specifically which ones, well, I would say the tailoring ones for me work better. And of those ones, I would go through and do the ones which give me the most profit first, and also compare that with a sale rate. So looking at this, I would look at the Sinister Combatant's Satin Cloak would definitely be a good one, because anyone can wear the cloaks. So that would be my first port of call, would be that one. Then looking at this, the boots, I've got quite a nice profit margin on them. It all depends on your profit margins on your server and what you've also got in terms of sale rate according to TSM here. So, in fact, if we were to have a look, let's have a look at my spreadsheet for, where is it? If I go into my accounting, go to my summary for March, if we have a look at that, bring that up, and then we have a look, we scroll all the way up, so this is what sold for me in March, and look at the Sinister Combatants gear here. What I sold the most of, in terms of money value, was that Belt of the Harmonious, 3 of those for 20,000, and then in terms of total on, let's have a look, cloaks, we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cloaks, for a good amount there, 17, 12, 14 and 4,000 of all of those cloaks. So that's definitely the best one. Mittens, not so many of, 5 of those. Pants, we've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 of those. So quite a few pants. And then quite a few belts as well. Aurora, Harmonious and Fireflash. For a good amount there, 8, 12, 8 and 20,000 there. For the 3, that is. And then moving down to the leatherworking, if you've got a leather worker, if we were to look at the Sinister Combatants, there's a good mix of all the different kinds here. Waistguard, leggings, quite a few leggings actually, 4 of those, but the numbers are less here for me. So the profit margins will be probably not as high. Arm guards fairly decent there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And there's looks like a fairly equal mix between leather and mail from that. So I wouldn't discount mail, even though it usually has a lesser sale rate on it. But I would say cloaks would be my first port of call, if you got a tailor. There we go. What else did I miss? So where do you put in the price string for Expulsum? So you go into here, under any of your professions, like here is tailoring, under crafting reports, as Mushy's explaining here in the chat as well. And then this is the easy one to miss. It defaults to this left hand side crafts, but if you click on this right hand side, it'll do the materials. And then that will be highlighted in yellow. And then you can search for like EXP for Expulsum, and then it's used in all these professions, and then you click on that and then you can put in your expulsum string here. At the moment I'm using fixed prices because I'm using my work in progress super shuffle sheet for the 8.1.5, but if you're using the original one then the price strings are still valid for that, and you copy and paste it in there. Hope that helps. Ultimate MVP, how are you? Any ideas where you can get a good TSM profile? What are you after is the main question. There are absolutely loads posted up on the TSM website. They have lots of different groups for various things. You could do that. You're more than welcome to take my pastebin and have a look at the things I've put out there in the past. That could give you a starting point. I would always recommend, though, is to build your own from scratch if you're learning it first, because that way you get to sort of build it up slowly and layer upon layer, get used to all the different elements of TSM. No worries, Demonic. Hope that helps. And use the cost of nylon thread. It keeps not remembering. Yes, that is a tricky one. How do you build it? Is there a guide? Certainly, you can use my my guides for TSM on YouTube that go through the entire process, start to finish. You're more than welcome to take that one. Erfen, sorry, thank you, Mushy. I must do that. Right, let's go through. Bags, we need to repost some things. We've got shimmer scale here. Let's just quickly repost these on. Otherwise, I am going to finish here. There we go. And let's run a post again. Any way to open chests without being a rogue or having blacksmithing? Does an engineer have something that can do it as well? Can a scribe do it? Scroll of unlocking. Interesting. I hadn't heard of that one. No worries, Ultimate. Does it take 1 billion years? Not at all. I started making gold pretty much as soon as I started back in Legion. As soon as I dedicated my time to doing it, the gold was coming in. So, and that was with very little experience, and I literally just started with TSM3 in a spreadsheet. I barely used any of the functions of TSM3 at that time, simply just to get used to it. Jewel crafting can do some too. Okay, inscription makes scrolls. Jewel crafters, inscription, and engineers can open chests. Well, quite a few different professions then. I'm thinking my next character is going to be a rogue though, just so that I can simply open up all of them.
If you find
Right.
exotic, bring it to me.
So, can jewel crafters make a skeleton key or something like that? Trial characters is another thing, although for me trial characters don't sit so well with me in terms of using them for that purpose. I would rather actually make a character that I'm going to keep. Right, okay, so let's quickly jump over to Erfen, because we're missing a few things here. So let's jump on. Faye Dragon, how are you? Key of some cult, can't recall the name. It was a Legion thing. Was it a Legion one? Okay. Sorry, Oreo, you're just literally just covering the camera there. You need to move around a little bit. Okay, so whilst we're here, let's go through. I've got Drums of Fury cells there. So let's take the Expires first. Again, we want to repost these things on first. We've got some shimmer scale diving suits here and some coarse leather barding. So we definitely need to get these on. Let's do a quick reload on this lot. Skill shots, you got your Brutosaur. Congratulations. Took you 54 days, 2 accounts, 4 characters, having 6 professions. Go from 50k to 5.3 million. 23 million in sales, mostly from Enchanting Shuffle. 10 million. So thank you very much. Wow, that's amazing. Well, congratulations, Skillshot. That is well worth celebrating. Let's see some long boy love for Skillshot. Congratulations. You need to be a scribe to use it. Oh, okay. That's pretty good going. Good to see a success story like that. So thanks for sharing it. But it's a definite game changer for any gold maker to be able to have the long boy, to be able to just easily put auctions on whenever you want. Although I find myself just sitting by a bank and a mailbox anyway. Dalaran's my current favourite place for speed, although it is nice to do things every now and again in all different places. Right, looks like Oreo's disappeared now. Oh, Oreo's actually gone up to the top there. Okay. Where are you, Oreo? Up the top there. Okay, let's just zoom you in a little bit. And we need to, oops, press the wrong button. There we go. Configure a video. Let me just sort that out. We still need to do Erfen. I haven't forgotten him. I'm just getting distracted by cameras. There we are. And then we can zoom in on Oreo, hopefully. Hold on. There he is. Okay. Okay, so now we have some more expires. We've got 5,000 gold. So, Sinister Combatants Mail Treads. All Drums of Fury. Lots of Drums of Fury we need to do there. And a coarse leather waistguard of the Fever Flare. Okay, so that's good. 5,000 gold. We'll take that. Add that to the 72,000. So that's 77,000. And then let's go and post on everything we've got at the moment. And we'll get that sorted. You evacuated to Shatrath, did you? Oh, nice one. Swekert, how are you? A little late, but glad you're here. Lovely to hear my voice again while playing well. Oh, very kind of you to say so. Well, welcome on board. Hope you're doing well. Score Shane. Me and the family are doing very well, thank you very much. How about your good self? Hope you had a good weekend. Your auction house mules are level 9, so I don't think a long boy would be any use to you, seeing as they can't mount. Interesting, Nox. I don't have a mule as such, so I'm just using all my characters. Any of the allied races start at 20, do they? I didn't know that. Interesting. Okay, so sausages and sinister combatant gear. Order of the day. Where's the coarse leather barding coming here at 300 and diving suit coming here at 300? Okay, so that could be a good price. Okay, all of those, diving suit and diving helmet actually at 374, there we go. Got the wrong one, I think. Coarse leather barding, according to that, last scanned 42 minutes ago it was 90, okay. The coarse leather barding, I'm not sure I did do them in stacks of 5 actually. Let me just have a look at my auctions. Actually, let's do a search for so coarse leather barding, we're here at 500. No, stack size of 2, and we've got 15 stacks of 2. But everything else here is down here at a much lower price of 90 gold. Crafting cost is 127, so I'm not going to want to go lower than that, and I don't particularly want to buy all of these up. Unless I really do and try to reset the market. How long has the turn-in been on for coarse leather barding? Have I missed it? Are we literally just in the tail end of it now? Because if it is the tail end of it, then there's no point me just... since noon, was it? Okay. So I'm not sure there's any point me coming in and just buying all of these up, because there's a fair few of them, and they're already quite overpriced. So given that it's quite late in the night, I'm not sure it's worth it. But at least we've got some on. And we need to make some more Drums of Fury, actually. So whilst I'm here, let's have a look at Raw Beast Hide. How's that looking? It should be in my favourites here somewhere. Raw Beast Hide is there, under Exact. So we have a stack of 200 at 4 gold. We'll take that. Average purchase price is 3 gold. So that's not as cheap, but I can still make a profit on that at 4 gold, I'm pretty sure. Let me just check though. 4 gold 50 is the maximum price here. So if I were to make Drums of Fury, let me just move that down and go to my drums. Switch to here. Drums of Fury takes 5 Raw Beast Hide, and the Crafting cost of those is 15 with a 17 profit, so 4.5. Let me just calculate that up. 4.5 times 5 is going to be half of that times 10. So we'll do that and do that. 22.5, and they're currently going for 32.49 according to that. So that should still be okay, even if I buy all of these up. So I'm going to take all of them, reset the market on these a little bit, and then I'm going to pick those up and see what we can do with that. You buy up to, you sell them at 50, or the diving helmets. We didn't check those actually. I'll go back to those. Well, Mol, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Let's also have a look whilst we're doing that and doing this, shopping wise. What was it? Diving helmets. Diving helm, that should do it. Okay, so we're here at, we got 5 stacks of 2. We should really be stacks of 5, shouldn't we, if we're going to be doing this. So let's just change that and take those off. Diving helmet. Let's cancel those. They're done, and then we'll pick those up. Pick up those. Haven't got the raw beast hide. Wait for that to come through, and then pick up those. And then we can post them back on. Shopping, recent searches, diving helm. And then we're going to come in here, and we can do a post. Quickly, automatically doing the stack size. Maximum 2 stacks of 5. That should get me going for the moment. Could always make some more up in a moment, but I'm going to make my Drums of Fury first. So we can make, how many Drums of Fury can we do? 223. Absolutely loads. So let's start with just making some of these for now. We won't necessarily make all of them at this point. Not even reset, just dry out the competition. If they don't have raw beast hide, then they can't annoy you by undercutting exactly as I've got all of the raw beast hide at the moment, unless people are going to buy it from their trading post. Just remember to list them if you can on Wednesday. Yeah, I'll try and keep them up at all times, but if I can get them on a reset day as well, then that's definitely worth it. So I'll let these run through. So yeah, we had, let's talk about what else we've been up to at the weekend. So we had, I could show you the miniature I painted at EGX Resd. Seeing as I'm not sure the camera's going to pick this up that well, but it was a nice little freebie we spent an hour doing at the end. Not sure if my camera can focus on that closely, but I did a little Medusa miniature, painted it like a gradation of colours, although yeah, autofocus isn't my friend at the moment. Don't think that's quite working. There we go. I'll try it on this one, yeah. See if we can do it on that one. There we are. See it a bit better on that one. Hold on. Let's find a... what can I put it on? And something I can rest it on. Thing there. Okay. But yeah. There we go. That's the miniature. Hold on. I need to make it a little bit bigger really. There we go. Hold on. Steady hands, and using the mouse doesn't work. Hold on. There we go. Whoops. There we are. Now we can see it. Oreo and the Medusa. Hold on, focus camera. See if you can focus on that one. No, it can't quite enough. that was it. But yeah, it was good fun. Me and my son had good fun doing that at the end of the day, and quite a few good little board games to play, which is really quite cool. Did I create one of the better ones? It was good fun. I haven't painted miniatures in a long time. I did have some Nurgle, army of Nurgle creatures that I tried painting, and I didn't get. Was it also digital games? Oh yes, absolutely. The main thing was digital games. So there was a lot of indie games. MMO wise, I didn't see a lot. There was quite a nice RTS game that was Conan the Destroyer RTS game that looked quite nice. But my favourite by far was this one called Factorio, which is really cool. It's been out a while, it seems. It's been on Steam for a while. It's still in open access, early access, but it's all about factory building and crash landing on a planet, and then you have to collect resources and then build up all these factories and link them all together. Very much like Goldmaking in a way. Yeah, that's the one. I'll see if I can find a trailer for it, because it's quite cool. Let's have a look. Rio. There was a gameplay trailer. That was it. Hold on. Right, let's see if I can do this and we can play this. Let's see if I can just mute the sound. Hold on. System. Sound. And then return to game. Keep on doing our drums. Drums of Fury. 89 still to go. And then we'll move this over. I'll show you this trailer for it. This was the trailer.
Imagine a remote and unexplored planet.
See if you can hear
full
that.
of life, richness, and natural resources. Imagine you accidentally crash with your spaceship right there. And your only possibility to survive is the use of your talent to create technology. So you start by mining resources manually. But this is a game about automation. Your mission in here is to design factories. That's why you create machines for doing the job, such as furnaces, mining drills, steam engines, inserters, pipes, transport belts, assembling machines, and many others. Make use of your creativity as an engineer, because in Factorio, it's up to you how to set up your factory. Start with very basic setups. Extract coal for smelting ores, and transform them into advanced products. In Factorio, you have to find the ways of getting electricity and design and manage your electric network. As soon as you have power, use it to feed advanced machines that craft for you. Automate your process, be efficient, and grow as an organic mechanism. Invent, develop your own ways, solve logistic problems, and research new technologies that help you even further. Use these technologies to expand to new territories. Find new sources of energy and control your production. But beware, you're not alone in this planet. Natives will try to recover what belongs to them, forcing you to focus the production into combat assets. At any time, you can join forces with other players and play collaborative in multiplayer. Once everything is under control and at advanced stage of the game, you will become a good engineer. Then, your robots will repair any damage in your factory and build anything you need. You will design really complex railway transport systems. You will create logic machines with combinators. Even program the game of life if you like. And finally, launch rockets into space. Only then will you know what Factorio is about.
There we go. So that's what we saw. My son actually liked it so much, he bought it and he's playing it upstairs now. In fact, let me just turn the audio back on. Still doing our Drums of Fury. Let's turn the sound on because it sounds eerily quiet without that on. There we go. Let me know if I got the sound levels correct. Let's return to game and let's do more drums. There we go, another 15 to do. They always have the weekends if you're... hold on. You got... oh, you got access to the alpha. Okay. You're not used it yet. Always have the weekends if you have your nieces and nephews. Definitely worth it. It certainly seems like a fun kind of game if you're into kind of logic and building up technology trees and things like that. Curious about making a bait operation. Would you say 70% DB market pops up on snipers or not? It all depends on what kind of sniper operations people are using. If you're looking for bait for a sniper operation, I would be going a lot lower. But what you'd want to do then is, for a while, keep pushing up the DB market so that it's really high, and then drop it right down to something like 10% of DB market, and it will look like it's 10%. But because you've been pushing it up over the past sort of few weeks, it's actually not that high. So if you pushed up sometimes you can see people doing that with enchants. If I have a look at some of the Legion enchants on here, someone does that quite often here, and the Legion enchants go really high. So let's have a look at trying to think of what's a normal one. One of the bindings of usually, I think. So here we've got one where someone's put Enchant Cloak Binding of Strength has a buyout price currently of 44,000, which is amazingly high. You look at the min buyout there and it's 499,000. So the market value is actually 25,000, but the actual region market value is only 4,000. So if you were to so someone's obviously pushed this price up really high, so the DB market is completely out of whack. Someone, yeah, someone, not me. And then basically what that means, if you were to bait someone with that, is you would come straight in there at maybe, well, let's say, what have we got here? Well, 44,000 would be 10% of the current min buyout, but the DB market value is actually 25,000. So even if you were to come here at, say, 5,000 gold, then that would be 25%. It would come up in the sniper scan. That's the kind of thing that you would do if you wanted to bait someone into. It's not a practice I personally am comfortable with, but if you are looking to manipulate TSM and someone who uses TSM without thinking, that would be the thing you would do. Right, so with all our Drums of Fury made, let's see if we can just post those on. Go to auctioning, run a post scan, and then going at 32 gold. So with my raw beast hider average of 20 crafting cost, because of my mat cost of the raw beast hide, it's very exact actually at 4 gold exactly. Let me just check that. Have I put in a manual price rather than average buy? Let me just check that. So TSM, crafting reports, materials, raw beast hide. It says 4 gold. So the minimum between average buy, DB market, vendor crafting, vendor buy, and convert DB market. Okay, so average buy is my main one here. So it must have just averaged out exactly, which is very strange to be exactly 4 gold based on all the things I bought. Very weird. Okay. Tothy, good evening to you. I hope you're doing well. You meant like the other way around. You want to make people post herbs cheaper so you can buy your shuffle cheaper, aka more profit. Oh, right. So do you mean, so say for example, if I was to buy something like, let's have a look. Favorite search is something like Bloodstained Bones. So currently looking at those, someone's got 1 of 1 at 2 gold 38, and there's a wall here. But if you were to post 1 at maybe 2 gold exactly, then hope that people already goes underneath it, and then they would jump that down and maybe post some for 1 gold 90 something. So I would look at the market here and just see what you could probably get away with if you're going to try to do that. What I tend to do is just leave this one and buy everything above it, and then come back to it later and see what happens there. Good evening, Will. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you had a good weekend. We're just going through and posting everything on at the moment. Did I get those? Did I actually post those drums on? Let me just check. My auctions. No, I didn't. Okay, let's post those on now. Run a post scan. So yeah, looking at those drums though, how many drums are there? And what kind of price could I come in here? So 5 of 20, 1 of 20, 4 of 20, and then we go up to 37 here. So 32, 32, 37. Maybe we need to come in differently here. Let's have a look at a shopping scan. That way we can place our auctions in where we want to. So looking at this, let's assume that all of these get bought up at 32 gold, and we want to increase it up to 37 gold here, would be my next point of call here. So I'm going to come in here and do 11 stacks here of 20. I'm going to ignore these for the moment. Do I do current content or just gold farming? I barely ever farms. I place current content, mostly he makes gold by crafting. That's pretty good description of it basically. I do current content as much as I can in terms of what it does in order to further my gold making. So for example, I would level up my characters to 120 or do certain dungeons if a quest requires it. If that quest then gives me something like the tools of the trade, or if it gives me access to materials or recipes that I haven't got. So the focus is always on gold, usually, and some of those adventures, like even doing PvP for Marks of Honor, sends me out into the real world, so I do a little bit more as well. Oh, well, thank you very much. For 9 months, wow, that's amazing. You get a purple chef's hat badge now for that. Thank you very much. Didn't see the alert go in there, but thank you very much for your support, really do appreciate it. Let's see some thumbs up, chef's hats and long boys. Thank you very much. Right, so we did post in there, didn't we? So let's do a quick rescan. Yep, there we are, 11 stacks of 20 in there. We'll let those just get bought out, I think, and see what happens there. Do PvP in the real world. No, I mean the real world, the real fake world of World of Warcraft, as in the auction house being the place where I spend most of it.
If you find anything exotic, bring it.
If that makes any sense. Right, okay, so we've had a quick look at both characters. We really need to do some real restocks now, but we also need to pop over to Jahwakening to see if he's had any sales. He's not done much with BFA Alchemy yet. I'm going to have a look at that one. UFC champion. I really can't imagine myself doing anything nearly like that. Did Erfen keep up his own pants? He certainly did. Right, let's go over. Where are we? We're over here. Okay. Let's go over to the mailbox. On the off chance that Jahwakening actually sold anything, I'm not expecting a great deal, mainly expires here. Although we have sold some Strangle Kelp for 150 gold, so that's not bad. Let's post the rest of these on. Jahwakening still has 10,000 gold on him, so I want him to be self-sufficient, so this will always add to the coffers, at least help with the reposting costs. So let's go through and post these on for the moment. We'll run a post scan on the alchemy, and then we'll come back to this, probably do a little bit of leveling or something like that with Jahwakening. We need to have a look at the calendar. Where are we at with XP? At least 3/4 of the way through, currently on level 111, so we've got some stuff to do there. Probably go off and do a bit of herbalism as well, if we can. Do I think I'll reach 1 billion gold soon? I think it'll be a while yet. I mean, 1 billion gold is a huge amount. I mean, getting gold cap would be my next goal. Just getting 10 million, I think, would be quite interesting. If I was doing gold making full time on multiple characters on multiple servers, then I think 1 billion gold is certainly achievable.
If you find anything
But
exotic, bring it.
it is a large amount, that's for sure. Okay, so all of those back on. We'll leave those for the moment. Now let's go back to Samadan, start with the restocks, and then we'll come back through and finish up on Jahwakening and maybe do a little bit of leveling or something like that. I need to have a look at the calendar though, see where we're at, see if there's anything interesting that we need to do or anything that we can do tonight that opportunity-wise has come up. We need to look at the order hall missions, we need to look at anything else that we might need. Pet battling, I really haven't looked into it at the moment. I would need to do that. Is that what's on at the moment? So I'm currently ignoring that at the moment. What have we got? Where are we at? Dark Moon Fair has begun. That could be interesting. We need to have a look at that for the... There's a reputation boost for that? Or is there an XP boost as well with Dark Moon Fair? I can't remember. The roller coaster we could definitely check out. Time walking here for... is that Cataclysm? Looks like it is. And PvP Brawl, Deep 6. I've not seen that one actually. That's something we haven't done. 10% to rep and XP on the carousel. Okay, so both of them would be useful for Jahwakening to do. March of the Tadpoles is the... is that the pet thing? You get EXP and rep, okay. So PvP Brawl, did we have the... I'm not sure if I have the quest for this week for Marks of Honour. I can't remember doing it on Wednesday, so that might be something to have a look for. You can also buy the hats for an on-the-go buff. They don't stack though. Oh, okay. What kind of hat is that, Faye? Okay, we're going to go through and do a restock first, though, before we do anything else. We have sold one ring, so let's go through and see what our restocks are. Are they going to be fairly substantial or not? Let's have a look. So we have packs of Versatility, Mastery, Critical Strike, Enchanted Torch, Outland, and then Gift of Haste, some more Tiramisu, Galley Banquets, Bountiful Feasts if we can use up some of our stuff there, Flying Carpet, some more Sinister Gear, and a Hexweave Bag. Okay. It's not worth the time to really go and get it. Okay. Or we have to try and play... Rush. Okay. It's some sort of top hat. Oh, right. Okay. Well, if you remember it, do shout out in chat. So we're going to go through gathering on all of this lot, see what kind of thing we need to do for Samadan. Lots of things we need here. Auction house for the Gloom Dust. How much do we need on Veiled Crystals? That's the main thing. 57 Veiled Crystals we need. Right, okay. So that means we need to make some braces. Looking at that. That'll be the main thing here. Everything else we're okay on. We also need one more Expulsum. So let's start. We need the cooldowns as well. Don't forget to do those. So let's go through that. Now, tailoring wise, actually we'll minimize the task list for the moment because we're going to do braces first. We can make 13 braces and we need some more nylon thread. So next thing we need to do is look to see if there's any nylon thread on the cheap. Let's have a quick look at the Bracer Super Shuffle. Just have a look, see what's cheap at the moment. I don't want to buy too much here. I'm just going to look for nylon thread mainly. Darkmoon Fair Games to get the tickets to buy the hats. Ah, right, okay. Hardened Temperside is only 22 silver. 22 silver, that's really cheap. You barely use it for the Hardened Temperside. What's the... let me think. Hardened Temperside is used in the... isn't it used in the Honourable on the way back? I believe. Let me just check the spreadsheet. Where's Hardened Temperside used? Oh, it's for the Oh, it's actually in the, it's not in any of these, is it? It's in the Sinister gear. It must be. Okay. That's what you were saying, wasn't it, Mashi? Okay. I was getting that mixed up with the other one. Okay. Nylon thread on the auction house. If it is less than 52 silver, it's worth buying. At the moment, though, it is exactly 52 silver, so I'm going to ignore that one. I will buy that from my Brutosaur mount. It's 60 silver from my Brutosaur mount. Or I can go and get it with a reputation in Borealis, but I'm going to go with this for the moment. Those bloodstained bones are looking quite tempting there. 2 gold 38, although I do have 8,000 of them, and 7,900 of calcified bones, so I'm going to leave those for the moment. Time sprayed linen looking quite cheap there. Average purchase price of 6 gold. These are at 5 gold 24. Are there any large stacks of it? There's 108 there, so that's not really worth it. But there's one stack of 200 there. So I'm just going to take these two little ones here. I'm not going to bother with anything big. Anything small rather. And then we'll go and get our nylon thread from here. So let's go get, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get 1,000 actually. Let's go with those. And then we can start making some braces out of that. Looking at this, we can make 93. So that's a fair amount. Let's have a look. How much space have I got? 78. Because we've got some shimmer scale here we need to disenchant, so let's do these whilst we're here. I forgot we picked those up and didn't do anything with them. So hopefully get some Umbra Shards and Gloom Dust this way. Maybe the odd Veil Crystal as well. Then we'll run through everything else. There's a Veil Crystal. That's a good start. Will you make any time soon braces with shimmer or coarse? Probably not coarse, but I will with shimmer scale. Erfen will certainly make a few. I've got quite a few. So how many of them do you make a month? Not that many really. So hardened Tempestide I won't be using up much of at all. Looking at that, looks like we didn't buy a lot of nylon thread there. Even though I said 1,000, it didn't actually buy 1,000. So that's why we can only make 93. But we've only got room for 87 at the moment. There's a lot of used up space here. So let's do what we can with the 87. So anything else I can get rid of here? Shadowy masks I might pop in at least one in the guild bank. But no, let's leave this for the moment. Let's just make them as we can. So let's go and create all on these. Obviously we're going to overmake on those, so we'll come back through and sort those out. You got sick of the shuffle and picked up 600 Veil Crystals today at 175. Not a bad idea, Danny. Think of the amount of time that saved you. And we only need 4 bones for shimmer scale. Yeah, that's true, so it is relatively cheaper, isn't it? So only buy the real bargains of bones, and you have just as much shimmer as you have bones. Good point. I have a fair amount of shimmer, not as much as bones though. Is my spreadsheet for the bracer shuffle brutalist? Yes, it is. We can use our new shuffle command. You're more than welcome to take a copy of it. Shuffle. Let's pop that in. There we go. Oh, sorry, Mushy. Dang. I did it too quickly. Do apologise. Yes, so you can take a copy of the spreadsheet. Under Google, you just say File, Make a Copy of, and then you'll, because the one I've got there is read only, and you'll be able to adjust the prices yourself as much as you like. Might get into tailoring since you just got leatherworking finished. Okay, Demonic, it's a good idea to get both of them, definitely. So yes, in terms of, as Danny did, buying up lots of veiled crystals, the shuffle can be quite tedious. So I would certainly recommend, if you can find some at a cheap enough price that's close enough, and they certainly are going that way, then that can save you a lot of hassle. Because going through this process is fairly laborious, and so I try and do it in small chunks so that I don't sort of tire myself out from doing it. I always like to try and be as efficient as possible when it comes to my material prices. You buy the cheapest, do you, Mushy? Yeah, not a bad idea. Oh, Lieutenant Funky, thank you very much. 6 months subscribing. Really do appreciate your support. Let's see some chef's hats. Brutus or love and thumbs up for Lieutenant Funky. Thank you very much. I hope you're doing well. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Hold on, there we go. There we go. Oh, Mr. Honkin, I want to craft your 10,000 braces. Yeah, I know that feeling. Right, okay, so we'll go and send... I could do with scrapping some of these myself because I do need one expulsum. I also need some more gloom dust, but what I'll do for the moment is send these ones over to Erfen, because Erfen can send them back. How are you doing, Lizard GM? Thanks for stopping by. You do a whole day of shuffling, they'd make enough to not need to shuffle for the month. You're currently sat on 100 of each of the Pact Enchants. Wow, that's loads. That's brilliant. Oh, what I've just sold. Pact of Hastes, 2 of those. That's quite good. You've got 200 Expulsum, 200 Veiled, 2,000 Umbra. Wow, that's absolutely loads. That's amazing. Mighty Newbie, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. What else did I miss there? Long time no see. You did your military service school. Oh right, okay, Mr. Honkin. Well, I'm glad to have you back. Really am going to shatter them. I wouldn't be surprised. The other thing is, I just love these streams, not only live, but actually listen to them sometimes as a replacement for music when you're raiding PvP. Thank you, Speckett, that's very kind of you. Really do appreciate it. The Mighty Newbie, finally catching me online. Good to have you on here. You've been shattering the Umbras. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised actually, because the balance between Umbra Shards, Gloom Dust and Veiled Crystals is very heavy on the Umbra Shards. And so, unless you're going to go and make them into, use the wands, which isn't, I mean, even though doing the shatter isn't cost effective, making the wands and then getting the braces from the expulsum from that kind of works too. I haven't worked out the actual numbers of it, but that is something you could possibly do. Let's pick up those purchases, and then we need to do some more braces, so let's go and get some more nylon thread.
Have anything
And go for that.
trade? Needs to be at least 2
Wands, yes, it's the... Which one? It was ID Totems suggested it. Was doing the... Where is it? Let me just go to tailoring. If you make... Which one is it? The Honourable Combatants... Sorcerer's Scepter, I think. Is it that one? No, it can't be that one, because that uses Expulsum. It must be the Enchanter's Umbral Wand. It uses 20 Gloom Dust and 1 Umbra Shard. So it does use up a lot of Gloom Dust as well, but you can then scrap that and turn it into Veiled Crystals. Look at me with a big question mark over my head. Yeah, that was the suggestion. I'm not sure though with the Gloom Dust price there. Crafting cost on that does come out at 210. Yeah, that is green, isn't it? So you're not going to get a Veil Crystal from that one. Maybe it was this one, the one that uses the 9 Umbra Shards. I'll have to ask Totems when he's next in. It's not going to be that one that's 6. Well, that's 9 because I'm only at rank 2 as well. If I got that at rank 3, then that would be better. And at rank 3, oh, the Expulsum would be cheaper as well. Yeah. Gets rid of Umbras for Veiled. Yeah, I could see how that would work. It gets 3-star reduces to 1 Expulsum. Yeah, exactly. So that's got a crafting... It says a crafting cost of 1,000 based on 9 Umbra Shards, given my current price. So you do lose stuff. and you do lose the expulsum. But then, yeah, rather than scrap that, I'd be disenchanting that one, I'd assume, would be the best way. But it does use up your Umbra shards. Yeah, it's a tough call on that one. I'm not sure how useful it would be even at rank 3. But worth considering, you never know. Alright, let's carry on with the tailoring of the braces. So we'll go through here and tie thread in braces. We can make 10 because we need more nylon thread. So let's go buy some of that. Let's try it this time with extra stacks. Yes, please. Okay, got to let them run through. That's probably what I didn't do last time. And then tailoring wise, 210 braces. Well, and let's create 85, as that's what we have the space for. Carry on with those. Umbra is not worth much to you either. Got like 1,000 more Umbras than Veiled from the shuffle. Yes, exactly. It's slightly heavy on the Umbras at the moment. So keeping the stock level is fine. I mean, I can't think of any other reasons for it, but the Umbra Shatter would at least give you some gloom dust. That's the main thing. Bow and Arrow, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. And you just shatter if you need the gloom dust. Yeah, I think I would be tempted to do the same, actually. If I had 2,000, I certainly would, because that's certainly excess stock. But here at the moment, I can at least make a whole bunch of braces. I need to make sure I get... How much did I need gloom dust wise? It was a fair amount, so I might need to disenchant some of these greens. Gloom dust. Let me just minimise these down a little bit. Get from Guild Bank. Enchanting Crafts. Where's the gloom dust? Buy from vendor. Buy from auction house. Gloom dust was 116 we need here, and 49 of the veiled crystals. So those are the things we need to think about. 116 gloom dust. So maybe just take a few of these braces. 8 more on Samadan. My herbalist is calling me. Thank you, Mushy. Okay, let's see what we can do. Let's try and get this. Let's do just these braces. See how many we can get done. We need to do all this. We need to go over to Erfen. Then we need to go back to Samadan. So it is a fair amount. Joking, of course. Well, this is one thing that I want to do. Is I want to make sure that I'm making the most of my time when I'm on here, and I feel like I tend to be doing the same thing all the time, and I would really like to expand into other characters, and I won't do that by doing the same thing here. So that's the main thing, really, isn't it? Do I have any public strings for TSM4? I certainly do, Konze. I've got a few different things. You're more than welcome to check out my paste bins. They are of various levels. But some of them are really old, some of them are still work in progress. The most complete one is my tailoring paste bin that has everything that I do for the whole range of tailoring, from BFA all the way through to vanilla, and all the things that I'm currently selling. And I've got a video to go with that as well that goes through and explains everything. Since the gear's been doing well for you. No worries, Concept. Glad to be of help. So we made those. We need to disenchant some of those. Let's go back here, and we'll go and do these. But yeah, going back to Jahwakening, I really would like to get him and Erfen leveled up some more. So I definitely want to spend some time on them. So yeah, looking at the time I have here, we're coming up to, what is it, already 10:30. Wow, that really has gone quickly. Amount of gameplay you spent revolving around the Scrapper makes you question whether Scrapper was a good design direction. I agreed, Haggis. If the Scrapper could do things a bit sort of more automatically, like do, say, 90 in one go, I really would appreciate that, definitely. This week you worked on getting ready for the Darkmoon Fair. I have sold 60,000 gold, flipping the quest items since they had the new pet this week. They've been selling fast. Very nice, HV Hara. Yeah, it's a question of balance, really. Balance of your time. Shukakun, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. I've got a sleeping Oreo down here. You can't quite see his face. Let me just go to Oreo face camera. There he is. He promptly goes upside down. Bless him. Am I still zoomed in, actually? Let me just change that. Let's change the properties. Configure video. Yeah, hold on, Oreo. You're too zoomed in. We can't see you. There we go. That's a bit better. Same as once Warfront opens, sales seems to pick up. Yeah, everyone doing trying to get their characters up to 340 level is definitely useful for that. Came home to 7 million liquid, and now you're down to 500k. Wow, Mr. Honker, what have you been buying? That's amazing. Seen a couple of videos looking around on Twitch for someone farming or gold making. More interested in that than regular PvP or PvE. Well, thank you very much, Shukakun. Nice to have you back. Have you over here, rather. Selling about 20 sinister pieces on average each day. That's a very nice amount, Mighty Newbie. Hopefully with some good profit margins on those. Actually, whilst I'm here, whilst I remember, let's just disenchant some of these greens to get some gloom dust, because that's going to be useful. Honestly, not sure. Well, as long as you have fun, that's the main thing. See, if you get a partner, you can get an icon of Oreo in all 4 cardinal direction positions. We could post Oreo rolling as an emote string. That's a good idea, I guess. I like that one. Yeah, we'll have him rolling over, because he never spends that much time in a normal cat position. 100,000 ghost iron ore is one of the things. Okay, that's absolutely loads. Did you have something specific you want to do with that much ghost iron? You craft sinister from all the professions, and profit ranges from 2 to 10,000 per item usually. Okay. How do you find the blacksmithing? Because that's one profession I haven't done yet in terms of the sinister gear. Sits up like a human on the couch next to you and you watch TV. That's brilliant. Smelting is like 100% profit here currently. Okay, well, that's a good idea. Blacksmithing your rate is the best. Oh, interesting. It has been lovely. Okay. Cutlasses sell like crazy. Right, well, that's another reason for me to get into blacksmithing then, definitely. The weapons are good sellers with great margins. Okay. Well, El Morte is used to be a blacksmither, but now is a alchemist and miner. So maybe I need to think of another character to be a blacksmith. How much have we got Umbra shards? I think we've got probably enough here for the moment. So let's send those over. So groups and mail selected groups. Get this lot over. Need 110 to do BFA stuff, right? Yeah, definitely. Look at me being cute. Yeah, definitely. He's just rolling around. You're here. Oh, your blacksmith is level 90. Oops. Okay. It's going to take a little while then. I love those emotes, Mushy. What's the one on the right? That's the DX cap. That's nice. Right, okay, that's all going through. Any reason to level a farming alt to 120 rather than a twink at 110 or 111? Dunno. It depends what you want to do with the character, really. Going to 120 allows you to access things like tools of the trade, if it's useful for that profession. Making a druid with skinning and a monk with tailoring. That's a good idea. I like that. Okay, so we are, in terms of our task list, we've got lots still to do. So let's quickly go over to Erfen, see if we can finish off this bracer shuffle and get that sorted, and then see how much we get in terms of veiled crystals, and then that'll be it in terms of, I'm not going to, if I run out of Veil Crystals, that'll have to do. See what else I need to collect, and then see if we can spend a little bit of time with Jahwakening in terms of leveling. So we've got lots of space for this, so let's carry on with this lot. Brumblefire, how are you? You didn't get a notification on Twitch? Oh, sorry to hear that. Well, so far we've been doing the Bracer Shuffle, we've been restocking and relisting on everyone, and then we got, what was it, about 77,000 in the mail in total, so that wasn't looking too bad. Made 16k profit today from blacksmithing with restocking to 3 each Sinister Graph, posted this morning with no cancel scans. That's pretty good indeed. Okay, let's get some more Tide Spray, get that open. And we had Cookie Cam, we did. She came on my lap before Oreo came and usurped her with his 7 kilos of bulk. Not by doing anything too sinister, he just literally just walked over, and then it was Cookie that decided enough was enough and she ran away. Let's go through and do another lot. We'll make sure we get her. Oreo's gone back up to the top now. He's going all over the place today. There he is, back up on his rug. Okay, more Tide Spray. Have we got enough for everything? Not quite. We'll leave space for a couple so that we can scrap those in a moment, because we need room for all our other bits and pieces. So let's go through and scrap all of this lot. Everything else is in there, so let's queue this lot up and we can start scrapping. What have we got there? Some Sinister Combatants I missed there. Make sure they're not in the queue. Yep, they're not. That's lucky. Must have put them on ignore already. Yeah, just that Sinister gear, thankfully. I think Sinister gear benefits from having so many barriers to entry. You have to PvP with a lot of goblins hate, and you need a tailor to shuffle the Expulsum to feed it, and you need to set TSM to recognise the price for Expulsum so you can get the profits properly. Yeah, that's a good point actually. It's not an easy one just to jump into, certainly. Oh yes, because the let's take Oreo's camera off at the moment. That way you can see it a little bit better whilst I'm scrapping. Let's run through that. Expulsum wise we're at 8, so that's 8 Veiled Crystals at least. But yeah, that's a good point about the Sinister gear. Let me just stretch my legs out. Hold on. There we go. Let's get this lot done. There we go. Move that round. Move that round. Do I need 1 Expulsum on Samadan? I do, Sulfur. We can always go back and scrap a couple of things on Samadan. We're not over in Borealis at the moment. It all depends on what I need in terms of total. What I'll do, though, is I'm just going to craft what I can with the materials I've got and see how that goes. All those 2x4 farmers who keep posting 50 stacks of 200 Tide Spray. Yeah, that's very much useful. Basic 25, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you had a good weekend. What's my gold goal now that I have the auction house mount? It's definitely going to be, well, the next mount I would like to get is the spider mount. I'm currently sitting at 1.5 million. I do need to buy another token because my game time runs out in about 10 days. So I've got another 6 months of game time ready to be bought. I just need one more token. And then I'm going to go for maybe the spider mount. And then I'd like to go for gold cap after that. You let your bot bleed again today. What does that mean, Mushy? Good evening, Niven. Hope you're doing well. Please see your guild bank now. It's all sorted. Excellent. Your goal is now recover from buying the Brutosaur. Yeah, that's very true. Once you bought the Brutosaur, it's a long climb back up to those heady heights again. Let bot sit with his 300 stacks. Oh yes, your bot that you had on. Yes, I remember you saying now. Yeah, good point. Next project now is level a monk for leatherworking. Nice. I want to get another... I want to use my 110 boost, get some more professions going. One day he'll give up. Well, if you're not buying it, then that's definitely a bonus, certainly, isn't it? Currently sitting at 21 Expulsum. That's good so far. Got a fair amount of tie spray linen back from this lot as well. So that's reasonable. You need 20 million more gold for the black market mounts. Wow, yeah, that's a lot of gold. If you're going fully for the mounts, that's certainly something to aim for. I mean, I would like to just keep on going and setting greater and greater sort of challenges and targets, because there's always something to do in the game, and it's always nice to have a larger overarching goal to focus on. So something like that I can see definitely being a bonus. Right, 25 Expulsum. That's pretty decent. I'm going to make myself... That should be 25, I imagine. So, what are we missing? Tempest Hide. Most of that will be in the guild banks. Let's go collect that up. Tempest Hide will be in here somewhere. We've got loads of it, so let's just get lots of this. Maybe a whole row. Column rather. There we go. And then honourable gear we can make 25. So let's create those. There we go. Just buy the crafted gear. You did a small calculation for all the things with Kuhn. To just buy the crafted gear he needs like 40 million gold. Oh right, okay. Wow, that's amazing. So happy you can make 90% yourself. Yeah, that's a good point actually. Came earlier in a stream, someone said, I'd like to make enough gold to pay for a token. We pointed out, I need that mount comes next. Then don't have any TCG mounts, then you're a goblin. I think that probably sums it up, isn't it? It all starts with a token. That's what motivated me to start with. And then it literally just escalated from there. Right, let's go over. We've still got those 2 in the mail that we haven't... 4 in the mail, actually. Let's pick those up. And then let's, with our groups, mail selected groups, send those over. Get all the honourable gear over. And then it might be worth just sending these back to Samadan in case I get 1 Expulsum from that 4. Could be on an off chance. That Sinister Combatants didn't go through, so let's just send these back to Samadan. Send mail. There we go. And then Samadan can pick the rest of those up and get that done on Samadan. Jump back. Around 200,000 right now. Think about going for the mount before buying tokens. Not sure if it's a good decision though. Go with whichever's fun. I mean, if you really don't mind spending the real life money to pay for your token, then by all means getting the mount is the next best thing. Okay, so lots of stuff here. Still got that sale that's come through, so let's get everything but the sale. Leave that one on for the moment. Jahwakening, yes, definitely needs... Jahwakening definitely needs some love. We need to come back to that, so we'll have at least an hour on Jahwakening, so let's go through, get these done, and then what we're left with our disenchanting, we'll disenchant all of these, and we need to go to the scrapper for those, and then we need to see what we've got we can make. We need to pick up stuff from the vendor and the guild bank. Can't get your head around that name. Yeah, Jahwakening. It comes from a reggae song by an artist called Mike Love, and he did a song called Jahwakening, and that's where his name came from. Because originally he was a troll druid, but once I did the 5 million challenge, I've faction changed him over to Alliance because I needed all my characters in one place. If you put the screen title is on top of the characters. Ah, right, I see. That makes it harder. Harder to read when it's smaller. Now get loads of veiled crystals here, hopefully. Hopefully enough for most of our enchanting needs. And we'll head over to Borealis, scrap these, and then we will see what else we need. Or we need to pick some stuff up from the guild bank anyway. I'm on the small 17-inch screen. No problem. And you're on the 21-inch. That's cool. I've got my main TV here, and then on the right hand side I've got how big is that screen? I think that one's, the main one is 32, the TV that I sit in front of, but the resolution is really small. It's only 1300 by 768, I believe, and the one on the side is twisted in portrait format, and that is a 20, I think it's a 24-inch monitor, I think. 50-inch, wow, and a 15-inch MacBook. It's all down to personal preference, isn't it? And what you've got to hand. Right, let's go through with all that done. Gathering wise, let's open up the task list. See what we need here. Right, okay, so expirations, we've got a few of those to do. Buy from auction house, there's a few things missing there. Primal fire, aromatic fish oil. Buy from vendor, we've got a few things we can do. So let's just do what we can craft here. I don't want to bother with everything at this stage. Let's just take that off and then rebuild it up. Too many windows overlaying themselves here, so let's do that. And then get a load of stuff from the guild bank. We'll do that lot. 65 calibrated. Wow, okay. Love a second monitor, but the desk's not big enough though. Yeah, having a second monitor really does help. I certainly recommend it. Well, obviously for streaming it definitely helps. Everyone's opinion on speed of realms for selling, like faster sales on full realms, takes a while to sell on MOK. What's MOK? But sometimes worth more. Not sure, worth transfers to higher realm. It all depends on what kind of markets you like to be in. I personally like medium pop realms for that reason, is that I don't want to babysit it all the way around. I want to buy cam active, by the way. Yeah, Oreo is currently asleep on the top there, so he's just off in the distance. And so let's go have a look what we can do. I don't really want to be buying a lot of this stuff, so let's have a look what we can make instead. So let's start with this. So enchanting wise, what can we make? Most things, enchanted torch, we need Leylight shard. Illusions, we need the primals. Okay. A duck cam, that would be amazing. Well, we did have chicken cam once. Dottie came in from outside way back a long time ago when I did a Saturday morning stream. I had a nice time with Dottie earlier, actually. I was giving her a clean out and I wanted to clean her claws because they got all sort of mud encrusted on them. So she spent a nice little time this afternoon on my lap whilst I cleaned her claws. Which daily cooldowns do I bother with? I do the Hexweave one and the Temporal Crystals one mainly as a tailor and enchanter. Those are the main ones I focus on. So looking at this, looking at the profit margins, Pact of Mastery is definitely worth doing. So I'm going to make sure I do all three of those first, because I'm not going to have enough Veiled Crystals to do everything. So I'm going to do that one first. And then looking at this in terms of the weapons, versatile navigation, 193, not as high. The other packs are better in terms of 300 each on there. So let's do those. Critical strikes always sell quite quickly. So at 305 I'm going to do those. Haste, if I've got them here. No, we've already got some hastes on, so we'll ignore those for the moment. Let's just run through these. Yeah, we don't do it during the day though, because she's fast asleep. Her clock in the bathroom whilst they were preparing a roast in the kitchen. Could do a newborn chicken scam. Yeah, that would be quite cool. Or ducklings. Done both True Gold and the Sky Golem past, but I don't know. True Gold on 5 characters was a lot. Right, okay. Otter cam. Just saying. Yeah, otters would be cool. I'm not against that at all. New four newly hatched was it your neighbours? Very nice. That bring babies. The storks. Yes, those are the ones. Let's do a Crusader, because they're always good. Binding of Agility, a Cloak enchant is always good. Let's do both Cloak enchants. And then that leaves me with a Pact of Critical Strike. We'll do that. How many versatilities can we do? Well, might as well finish off with those. Versatile navigation only takes 1, but that means I won't have an equal number for the rings for the Pact of Versatility, so I'll just do 2 of those, and that's me done for those. And then we're going to swap back over to cooking, make some cold tiramisu. The Bountiful Captain's Feast, we need Mondazi and cold tiramisu for that. Okay, so let's add in a few more of those. How many do we need? We need 5 cold tiramisu and 9 Mondazi. They make 10, so 9. Let's queue those up. And then cold tiramisu, we need 5. Let's queue those up. And we should be able to make those. Thankfully cooking super fast. And the cold tiramisu we can do. And then that leaves me with, hopefully, Bountiful Captain's Feasts. How is the profit margin on Bountiful Captain's Feasts? 361, that's reasonable. We'll do those. There we go. Every stork has a cam in the Netherlands. Also make stork nests for them. At least we put a beam in the gown for the bird to go on top. Very nice. More babies in the Netherlands, maybe. Fresh Boosted Monk is so weak. Do you have to spend gold on gear for him? You might have to, definitely. Squirrel, yeah, definitely. That would be cool, Danny. Okay, so galley banquets, we need, that's what we needed the tier guard perch for, and the thick paleo steak. How many can we actually make at the moment, though? We can make a couple. That's at least a start. And then let's swap over to tailoring. The last thing that we need here is we can do some Sinister Combatants gear. The cloak we definitely want to do. A Hexweave bag we definitely want to do. That leaves us with some belts and mittens. Let's do one of those. See what we get on these. And another belt. And then can we make a mitten? No, I don't think we could, because we're missing one expulsum. Okay, so that's a good chunk of everything done. We're left with a few other things that we haven't done yet. So we're going to leave those for the moment, because I'm conscious of time. Good evening, Dado. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Do you prefer more ducks? You've got to have something to cuddle with. Definitely. Nag herbalist. Exactly. That's what we want to do next, Mushy. So let's go on over and post these on. Otherwise we'll spend forever just stocking up on Samadan. And I'm just going to do some essentials and then carry on and see if we can do some character progression, because that way I'll at least feel I can do a bit more. Now there was something I just remembered actually. One of the things I did consider doing was getting Pathfinder Part 1 on Samadan, because that means that I'll get increased mount speed, which means overall I should be a little bit faster. Forgot to pick up herbing and mining for leveling. when you try to post something with an operation that's 110% crafting for minimum price, it says it's invalid. So look at the crafting price of that. Does TSM record a crafting price for it? Is there perhaps a material in that crafting that doesn't have a price associated with it? Sometimes that happens with vendable items and TSM forgets it. So have a look at that, would be my first port of call. That's all posted, all reasonable prices, so we'll leave those on for now. Got all 3 stars today in herbalism, excellent. What else have I missed here? Is there a way to always show the TSM task list? As in, like in this version, like this, I don't think there is, because I do hate it when it just goes transparent like that. I do prefer it in this version. I don't think there is something for always showing it, no. Or stuff like Expulsum, yeah, that's the other thing that you miss. The queue list that should show up in the right is gone. How do you get it back, if you understand what I mean? The task list. Okay, so if you go into, yeah, say you got rid of it like that, you can either type /TSM task list like this, /TSM task list, brings it back, or you can go into any profession and then go into the gathering and then go into open task list here, and it'll be open up there, and then you got it back again. You can toggle it with the chat command, but it doesn't show by default. No, it doesn't automatically come up. That's definitely true. You mean minimize? It's not showing at all for you right now. Didn't know it existed exactly. Oh right, yes, you have to manually put it on. Half your crafts don't show craft costs, but as for invalid pricing, it's usually because 110% crafting can be below DB market on certain items. That's true, yeah, definitely. Yeah, a macro would work. Right, okay, let's leave Samadan for now. There's plenty more I could be doing with Samadan, but I'm going to just leave that for the moment. As you can choose for which character you see the list. Yeah, that is true actually, with the using the profession page, and you can select which ones you want. Right, let's go have a look at Jahwakening. So much as I'd like to do Pathfinder Part 1 on Samadan, we need to really have a look. Definitely. Well, herbalism's good, you see. We can get alchemy going, which is another profession, which will help me with my gold making overall. So let's do a quick stock take of where we're at with Jahwakening. We're currently level 111, very close to 112. We have some quests going on over in Tirgard. We've got Papers, Please. We've got Irontide Crew. We've got a few different things here that need my attention. There's Drustvar available quests here. We'll probably go over to Drustvar. We've got a few herbalism areas already mapped out here. It's not off, it should be on. Internet is currently on. You bought all the shimmer scale earlier. Strange people on your auction house. I think Mushy wants to do. Yep, did that one. Can you suggest me use salmon item? Just hit F5, it works fine. Just to refresh it, yeah, that's a good idea. What's the item data? Once you get alchemy up and running and don't mind farming and getting some Vial of the Sands might be worth it. Yes, good idea. I know Reckles recently got that and posted some good results on that. Keep wanting to sell flasks and potions, but herbs are worth more of a profit. Yes, I think nowadays you really need to go all in and get the Silas bonus for the extra procs is the main thing there. Killjoy113, thank you very much for the follow. Where your service price is around 9. Okay, now someone lists it for 6 and you buy it all up. Fair enough. So there's leveling things to do here. What else have we got in terms of, we could go to the Darkmoon Fair and get the XP buff and the reputation buff, that would be definitely useful. So in order to get there, let's go travel form and head to, I guess, Stormwind and then down. We haven't checked out the Darkmoon Fair, so this is going to be interesting. Let's go have a look. Oh, sure, I just clicked on that. There we go. Would be great if you got it on another server, maybe. Oh, we're in the portal room now, aren't we? I haven't really checked this out yet. Where actually are we? Oh, just down here. So Borealis is there, and I'm guessing that's the way out. Let's have a look. And then Darkmoon Fair's probably... Okay, it's just the same. Okay. We could fly to Goldshire, but there's a port. Should be just outside. So let's go head on over. Make it easier. Had to close your stream. Okay. Close your Chrome, rather. Okay, glad you found it. Welcome on board. Glad you can see us. Let's go here. Darkmoon Fair. Take me to the fair. 50 silver. That's worth doing. Okay. What else did I miss? The meat bells too, but you met our elements. Okay. Ignore this if not the time for it, but wondering about what a good day time would be to buy cooking reagents and when to sell. Been checking for like 2 to 3 weeks, but don't seem to get a hold on what's a good timing for it. Have a look at the Undermine journal spec up. That will show you when the most things are on. They've got little heat graphs for each of the things, and when there are when they're most popular and when they're cheapest. Get the alchemy trinket that heals you 10,000 after killing. That give experience. Okay, interesting idea, Dado. For the extra heal, that's definitely a good idea. Let's have a look at that. Do you know what it's called? I can use it as a 111 level. Okay. Seller's reset day. Keep walking. Yes, sorry. I have to keep going. There we go. Then we can zone in. There we go. That's my main problem, is stopping whilst reading. It's just called, it's just alchemy trinket, is it? Let's have a look whilst we're here. Let's go have a look. Got to work on that multitasking, exactly. Well, at the moment we could walk whilst searching, but that's just going to end up in a terrible state of affairs. So let's have a look at alchemy. Crafting, let's go to the standard. I'm assuming it's going to be an unlearned one that we don't have just yet. Trinkets. So what have we got here? Requires 120. Surging requires 120. Any of these that don't require 120. Tidal, these all require 120 on those. So is it one that I actually know? Trinkets. Endless Tincture. Restores 11,000 health whenever you kill a target. So it's this one. Okay. Well, we can almost make this one. I assumed for a moment there was one I couldn't do. There we go. Thank you, Dado. So I've got that rank 1. I need a couple of Expulsum for it. Patch 8.2 is bringing flight, so I'll need to work on my Pathfinder achievement. New zones look to be flight enabled. Yes, Blood and Torment, good point. So if it's coming as soon as 8.2, then I definitely need to get a wiggle on with that one. Okay, very handy. Yeah, I think that could be quite a good one. So in order to get that, I need Siren's Pollen and some Expulsum. So those braces that Samadan had needs to be sent on over. Okay, so maybe we do a quick swap over to Samadan and have a look at that, and maybe we can make one up. And pack all and multi-kill. Yeah, so that would help me with my my health problems, certainly. Now, carousel. We haven't checked out the roller coaster yet, actually. Does the roller coaster give you anything? Let's have a look. Ride ticket book. Buy one of those. Oh, wrong one. Let's go out. Can we jump on? Oh no, we need to open that up first. Where was the ride ticket that we just bought? Can't see it. There it is, under junk. There we go. Hop on. Let's go have a look. There we go. Let's enjoy the ride on the roller coaster. It's the same buff, is it? Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's look on up. Very nice. There we go. Arms in the air. Yay! Nice little roller coaster. I like the fireworks going off as well. Really adds to it. Oh, little balloons as well. That's cool. Yeah, that does seem a good trinket. We'll have to see if we can get ourselves some expulsum. Oh, super high. Oh, this is gonna be a big one. Here we go. All the way down. Arsenal Bug, thank you very much for the follow. Wow, that was brilliant. I loved that. And so we got experience and reputation gains increased by 10% for that. That was a very useful thing to do. So let's just quickly go back to the harbour. Time is money. We could buy it. Let's see what price it is. Okay, so let's go have a look. Let's check. What was it we were looking for? It was the renewed combat. Currently 1,200. I actually got a crafting cost of 1,700, so it's worth buying at that price. Endless tincture of renewed combat. Let's go have a look. Seems I've only got rank 1 of it at the moment anyway. That could be a good call. So shopping. Endless tincture of renewed combat. Yep, currently 1,245. There's 2 of them on for that price, and then they're 10,000. So I'm going to buy those 2. Might as well. Have I upgraded my elements to 120? No, I haven't actually. Yep, we've just. Oh, we haven't got the adventure journal. Bramblefire, missed on that one. What was the adventure journal? Okay, so let's go back off of here, just check our mail and pick up those. Okay, and we'll wear one of them. So bags wise, jewellery, which is the one we just picked up. Trinkets, armour, 225, here it is. So we're currently wearing, well, we've got an heirloom and we've got an alchemist stone. So let's go with one of them at least. I guess having 2 of them isn't going to give you double the health, is it? I imagine only one will work at any one time. It'll be a while before I go into a dungeon again. Fair enough. So what does the adventure thing do? Does it give you... I've got a load of junk in here we need to sort out. Let's do that whilst we're here. Let's go through here, go through that, and sell. Sell trash. Don't normally use that, but there we go, as we're here. It should stack. Okay, in which case I'll put both of them on. it would seem to be worth doing both of them. Gives you the quest item that you can turn in at the Dark Moon Fair. Right, okay. If you're in dungeons. Okay, I see. So in which case, we'll put both of them on. And that should give me now... Did that come through? Hold on. Let's just dismount. Look at my character. What are we wearing? Endless Tincture, and that one we need to replace. You can only equip... What was the error there it said? You can only equip one of them. Unique equipped. I missed that one. Aha. That's a shame. Unfortunately, it's now soul bound, so I can only have one of them. That's a shame. So I can't really sell that one again. So what we'll do is we'll keep hold of it, and we'll have to scrap one and see what we can do there. So, with our buff at the moment, let's make the most of this. So this isn't so much a farm twink. We're going to actually use this one to level all the way up to 120, because I want to be able to do... let's carry on down here, I think. We want to be able to do all the things with the alchemy tools of the trade. Oh, kind of, sir. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. And thank you for your 3-month sub. Very much appreciated. Thank you for your support. Let's see some chef's hats. Thumbs up. Dinosaur love for kind of, sir. Hope you're doing well. You can try to add it in your spreadsheet. What was that for? I want to know about a spreadsheet to calculate the profitable to do a dual crafty postrex shuffle. Yep, Dado's very good at spreadsheets, so if you would, if you pass him the data, they'll definitely be able to get some stuff going. Right, we need to do, well, any herbs that we see, like these sea stalks, we'll definitely make sure we do. And then we'll head on over to our quest areas as we're doing it. Oh, we haven't done that's what we missed. We need culture and herbalism. Next time I'm at a mailbox, I'm going to quickly buy some up. Okay, an overrun mine seems to be the closest mission we need to do. So let's start with that. Start prospecting right away. Have a version of it. What's cheaper to craft? Excellent. Yeah, when I get into dual crafting, I'll definitely go and have a look. Okay, what else have we got here? Anytime I see some herbs, I'm going to go and pick them up, because that's what we're doing, herbalism, as well as questing. So we're going to get the XP for these at the same time. And then next time I'm near a mailbox, I'm going to deal with getting faster herbalism, because having this... I don't have the mailbox toy, unfortunately, so that would have been useful. As someone with a Brutosaur, I really ought to. What have we missed here? There's some up here. Some Siren Sting. There we go. What have I got? Yesterday went put effort into alchemy, pretty much just stopped. Okay. Getting the Silas thing. Yeah, that's the thing, is the Silas thing. Also want an owl to have rank 2. Okay. Do I know how to get it? Do the questions of herbalism. Yes, when they come up, I'll make sure I can do them. For the quests. Oh, did I pick them up? Okay, I know I picked up something, didn't I? The quest lines. Yeah. Minor operation. The mine is in real trouble. We've been excavating for a short while, but never seen anything like this. Azeroth doesn't just get up and walk around. If we're going to take the mine back, we're going to need more help. We'll need an engineer and explosive expert. I have 2 in mind, sisters actually, but they are caught behind the river in all the chaos. Locate the sisters, and they'll help you with the next phase of the plan. Okie dokie, let's go through, do all of this. And that one. Collect extra Azeroth stuff. And then we need to head on over here, it would seem. Well, there's loads of stuff here as well to pick up. So let's do that whilst we're here. Riverbud, that's a good one. I want you to read all your quests. That could be fun. I'm not sure how easily I'll be able to do them all though. So what I tend to do is just read the odd one. That's not the one I wanted to cast it on. Let's just do these, get that over. I'm just going to spam these for the moment. Need to use the map from the 7th Legion to learn the flight pass. Erfen has it if you ever bought it. I haven't got the map yet, no. Don't I need to be... don't I need to have Pathfinder Part 1 before I can do it? Where is that thing in here? I can't see it. Have I gone mad? Should be right on top of me. Can't see anything sparkling. Saw something on my mouse pointer just then a minute ago. No, looks like we've missed that one. Whatever that is. Okay, let's do these instead. One of those, one of those, one of those. And then just drop this down. Do a lot of that, and that should work. It's a countdown, so as soon as everyone who finishes the quest gets a mail to see if it's kind of cheap sometimes. The Lost Mail, yes, the Lost Mail I do have on Samadan, I just haven't finished it yet. No, I haven't started it yet. That's alright. Oh, we need to be up there, I see. That's what it was, it wasn't a herb at all. We need to get up to the top here. Let's do that, go up here. I was misled by the orange dot. There we go, so whilst we're here, we can do these and that, and mash our buttons. Not too bad, it should take maybe 30 minutes to finish it all. Yeah, the main thing is the knowledge at the end. That will be my main problem with that one. Okay, all of that done. Let's get ourselves over here. Do that. Want to retake the mine. Take the mine back? We're going to need help. Find my sister and meet me outside the mine. Can you try a kamikaze pull? I can give it a go. Let's see how we get on. It's a shame I've only got one of the trinkets. Let's see if we can get a few of these pulled up. And then a few extras. And see where we land like that. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Well, health is going down quite a lot. And then, oh, it's jumped up a fair amount there. That was pretty good. Considering I'm only, I've only got, what, 20,000 health. So that is definitely working. Thank you, Dado. Very useful. So as long as I keep killing, that's going to be very useful in terms of speeding things up. Very nice. And I was just spamming my buttons then. So that was definitely useful. Thank you very much. Stars Plays, thank you very much for the follow. Okay, so where were we? We need to go over here. Ah, you're inside, you must be. Aha. There we go. Chemistry kit, I need that. And then we need to head on over to this side, it looks like. You tried to dungeon solo. Okay, how did that go? I guess if you've got a twink character, that's fair enough. Where is everyone here? Let's have a look and do some of this. And then, is this inside? No, we need to be the other side. Up the top, maybe? No, it was there. What am I missing? Okay, let's just do the killing at the moment, and we'll do that. And Speckett, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Oh, I managed to pull a bit too much there. Let's just run this through. Let's do a big one, and then just run that down. There we go. As a hunter, it didn't work. Oh, right, okay. Bit ironic that a Nightborn can summon a Mailbox, and Zandalari loot more gold, while Goblins just have a bank summon. Would be more fitting if they had all three of those. Natural auctioneers, after all. Yep, that's a pretty good idea, actually. Right, what am I missing in here? There should be a question mark somewhere. Pinch of Azerite. Is that inside? No. It should be a quest hand-in, so someone's not here when they should be. Perhaps. What else am I missing here? Ordnance Handler Prim located is over here. Let's do that. When you get your Brutal, you'll definitely start auctioning exclusively on a Nightborn. 10-minute cooldown, 90 seconds uptime. Mailbox is OP. That's pretty good, actually. 10-minute cooldown. Right, let's carry on, as we haven't got that part of the quest done yet. Let's ignore these for the moment. I'm assuming we can go around here at some point. I'm not really paying too much attention to where I am. Hold on, can't steer. Where's the person I want? Up here, I imagine. Oh, no. Looks like it's down there instead. Is that the quest thing? Ordnance. Aha, inside. There we go. There you are, I see you. Theop wants to retake the mine. Do that. Wish the Argent Tournament Mailbox was account-wide. Farmed it 3 times on abandoned characters. Oh, that would be nice to have it through, definitely. Yeah, it's just trying to find the ones that are above ground and underground. Well, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Right, okay, so next part is over here. Hopefully this time we can do it. Unfortunately, I just got dazed. Ah, now you've appeared. Ordnance Handler, do that. Hold on, let me just deal with my extras here. And one of those, add that in, and let's see if we can spam the healing. That's very useful, Dado. That keeps my health just topped up enough. And I don't need to worry too much, so long as I keep killing. There we go, done those. And we can move over. Minor operation. Good, we're all here. Pinch of Azerite. Complete quest. Do that one. Azerite dust. Complete that one. And then we've got Civil Technician. Right. Rock meets Dynamite. Thanks for your help out there, but we have another task. No, say that again. Thanks for your help out there, but we have to ask another favour from you. These elementals must be coming from somewhere in the mine, and we need you to locate that source. You seem more than capable of handling yourself in them, but just for extra security, I'm going to send you with some of Prim's special dynamite. It has an extra kick from the Azerite dust that you gathered. Get in, find the source, put a stop to those elementals. Earthshaper Bruggor. There we go, that's done. Nulty, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Been watching my TSM and gold making videos regularly. I was curious if you're ever going to do a in-depth alchemy group, and maybe a way to get your recent paste bin. The one you found had stuff that didn't work. Ah, right, okay, Nulty. I haven't done an alchemy one of late. You're welcome to take a look at the paste bins I do have, but like you said, a lot of those ones are certainly old, particularly the alchemy side of things. So what I'd probably suggest is hang on, and hopefully we'll be able to do something for you in the near future. How do I handle cheap craftable transmogs like shirts, red linen robes, etc.? Recently set a minimum price of $250 on transmog auctions. Hated would post them at 20, even if it was pure profit. Not sure if that's a good decision. I tend to try and sell them for higher if I can, but I won't if the price is low. Then I'll just simply do whatever price I can get for them. Ooh, just knocked the camera there. Hold on, let me just stretch my legs out. You need to try it on your cat druid, AoE leather gorilla farming. Yeah, definitely worth a go. Seems to work quite well. When you go to crafting mode, can you sort after profit and the current sale rate? No, I don't think you can, Consec. You are limited to how it is. It would be really nice if you could order it by profit. That would definitely be good. Okay, let's see how this goes in terms of extra killing ability. Right, that should do us for now. So let's do that. Hopefully I can kill some in time. There we go. Yep, that should work. Obviously we could have used the dynamite there, but it was nice to test that. If you'd ask for 250 gold and others ask for 20, just won't sell, then at least you won't have to restock it. That's the thing, is if you'd rather sell it once in a blue moon, it all depends on how many there are, really. Okay, where's that dynamite? We'll do that down here. Let's just run through this lot. There we go. And then dynamite. That should do it. And then run through. There we are. Seems to work all right. Just run and blow up as we go. There's the Earth Shaper. So let's just clear these for the moment. Get myself some space, and then let's start with some. Oh, we need to get into the right mode for this. There we go. What else do I miss? Give all if you can will save me next time, be useful for whoever needed it. Fair enough, Dado. I'm resident flask crafter for your guild. Can anyone point you to some good herb gathering guides? Let me think. What would be a useful herb gathering guide? I mean, yeah, the auction house is definitely one, as Mushy just said. But also you could have a look at... I know Reckles, Want to Buy Gold, if you're looking for YouTube, has done a few herbalism guides, I'm pretty sure. Do I need to go any further in here? I'm not sure I do. Let's head on back out. Let's have a look. Farming is cheaper. It is. I'm not sure exactly. I've got a few more that we picked up here. Let's just do my... Can we do our running thing? Only use outside. Okay. Let's use the dynamite here, I think. I'm going to need to. Need to do a bit of a regrowth. Let's do another dynamite. There we go. It's very useful. There we go. As we're dazed. Okay, a couple of things here we need to just deal with. Have I got some more herbs here I could possibly pick up? Looks like I do. But we're just going to ignore that for the moment. Try and get ourselves to the right location. Which is actually not here at all. Let's go further down. Let's ignore that. Head on up. Got myself dazed on that. So let's just ignore all this dangerous area and head ourselves to somewhere else. Rockmeat Dynamite is a different one though. Change direction. Back over this way. There we go. I was following the wrong one. There we go. And Doug Does Twitch, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Please ignore me as I'm running around aimlessly trying to find the right location here. Oh, I've got a fishing node here. That could be useful. Let's go pick this one up. Just takes so long to get enough anglerweed. Okay, let's just ignore that. Carry on up here. There we go. Okay. Tell all guildies with herbalism at least post some of the herbs they farm to the guild bank to offset the price of the flask they get for free. That's a good idea, actually. Went from 1 to 100%, almost dead. I know, it was pretty good. Very good indeed. Just watched my YouTube and noticed I was live. Oh, thank you for stopping by on the live stream. If you play on a high pop realm like I do, what would be a good way to make gold in doing crafted and normal transmog actions and BOEs and old flipping items, but it does not seem to sell enough? Yeah, I would say, what would you like to do, Oben? In terms of a high pop realm, you have to sort of keep on top of your markets a lot more. You have to babysit your auctions. So one of the good things you could possibly do, like Mushy was suggesting in one of my other streams, was to just post a couple at a time and then wait a little bit and then post a couple more on, so that you're not always posting like one big stack on at once if you're doing a lot of things. Anything besides gathering. I mean, crafted and normal transmog. The problem with those is also because they generally don't sell so fast. And old flipping items. What about professions? Have you thought about those? You're on high pop, you can be a pain being undercut constantly. Yeah, definitely. Savoury Delight. I don't think I've done that one actually. Bit of godsend to a newbie auctioneer like you. I think it might be in my list, but I don't think the profit margins are as high for me. Right, let's carry on with this, because we need to make the use of our XP buff we have here, which we're going to do for our herb gathering as well, hopefully. Assuming there's some in here. There it is, around this side. TSM send money. You forget to put in G after the number and sent 50 silver instead of 5,000 gold. Oh yes, I've been caught out by that one a few times. Definitely. Okay, so the hunters, and then we've got papers please down here. So let's have a look. What would be the next one we could do here? Left at the port, or let's carry on down here. Let's do the hunters. Keep this in relatively good order. Somehow we need to get up the other side, it would look like. Do it all the time. Yeah, I'm not surprised, I would too. Okay, we need a mailbox in the next area, because I can't really do any herbalism whilst I'm running through hostile areas. So we'll carry on here for the moment, and remember to buy ourselves some enchanting, or at least get Samadan to send some over. There's a mailbox and a flight point. Excellent. A good point to just recoup on things here. So where's the flight point? Let's pick that up first. Always do a flight point first, and then let's go find ourselves to a mailbox. There it is. Okay. Of all the professions, you craft almost all items, have 3,000 items on the auction house. Wow, that's absolutely loads. And you're struggling to make gold with that. Okay, so what would be the issue there? Could it be time of day that you're posting? Take 100 items out of those 3,000, put them on a special character, and cancel scan the hell out of them. Yeah, that's a good idea. For the top selling ones, just running cancel scans and reposting could work. If you're not selling regularly with 3,000 items, you aren't cancel scanning enough, you'd wager. Yeah, cancel scans, especially as a high pop, and also question the items you've got on. Are they ones that sell quickly? Yeah, the current top selling ones, as Moshi suggested, is a good place to start. Okay, so we need herbalism enchants. Now, I don't know if Samadan has any, so let's just do a... Actually, this looks like a... Is this an inn? Yes, it is. So we can do a log out here. Hop on over to Samadan. Have a quick look. Yeah, although check on the Shadowweed mask though, because the profits for me on a Shadowweed mask are really not worth it at the moment. The packs definitely. Good evening, Wave. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. So just looking at what we have in our bags. Packs of Haste and Pandaren Step. Kaltiran Crafting, that's the one I need. Enchant Gloves, Kaltiran Crafting, Speed of Crafting Items. Oh no, we don't. We need Kaltiran Herbalism. Where's Kaltiran Herbalism? Windsong Coastal Surge. Do we have Kaltiran Herbalism? Don't think I do actually. Let's have a look at my enchanting. Kaltiran Herbalism. Just need Gloom Dust for that one. So let's have a look. Kaltiran Herbalism is probably on the auction house as it's only it's a 19 gold profit. Cost me 35 gold to make. So let's just make one for, let's make a couple actually in case we upgrade our gloves. Let's make 3. Let's queue those up. We'll send those to Samadan, no, to Jahwakening. Have we got them all? Or are we missing one? There we go, let's do 3 of them. Don't know if you're playing on Twisting Nether, so getting undercut a lot, but yeah, trying to repost more and maybe posting the items that sell best or the most popular mods. Yeah, I'm not sure about the transmogs. I don't know how quickly they sell. Check the sale rate you have on those. Try more consumables, see if you can get on with those better. Okay, so Pact of Haste, we've got 2 sales of those. We're going to send some things to Jahwakening now. So Kaltiran Herbalism, which was, we did 3 of them. So many here I can't see, so let's just do a quick search. There it is. Let's send those in to 3. Oh, it's already 3 already, so let's hope that works with just the one. Jahwakening send. There we go, and then we can drop back to Jahwakening and carry on. Log out there, and then swap back on over. Excuse me. Right, so over to the mailbox. Oh dear, croaky throat. So we need our Kaltiran Herbalism. We'll pick that up, and then we will add that on to our gloves, which are currently gauntlets. So we'll do those, and then we can move on to the next quest area. Sam G. Lover, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Just currently running through some questing to help on our herbalist. Oh, look at that, Old Frostclaw. Old Frostclaw has once again been spotted near the edge of the pass. Hunters in the area are advised to keep caution. This larger than average bear has killed 4 people to date. I'd hate for you to make it a 5th. Any individual who kills the beast will be rewarded, regardless of their occupation. Alana. Okay, that'll be a good one. And also in here, we need to do the hunters. Let's get you working then. Okay, so we have Grizzly End, skin monstrous grizzlies, gather 12 hawk eggs, and pardon our rust, arm 5 bear traps. There we go. What's the best profession in the new expansion to make gold with? And maybe you should try to focus more on the new mats. Interesting. I would probably say an easy one to get into is... they all require a little bit of work to be able to get the maximum amount over them. Milo, thank you very much for the follow. I forgot to set your Hearthstone to Brawlers. I would say tailoring is pretty good. If you've got enough PvP marks to be able to get the Sinister gear going, that's always useful. Enchanting is good, but you would need to go all the way to get the enchanting rod, I would say, to make the most of that. Inscription, I hear, is good. I haven't got any personal experience on that one though. Herbalism, as I'm doing here, is fairly easy to go around and collect up the herbs. Okay, so what do we need here? Hawk eggs, bear traps sprung, and various things. Okay, so this is maybe something we need to start with. Let's do that. And 5. There we go, do that one. Oh, Kayung, thank you very much. 4 months subscribing. Really appreciate that. Let's see some chef's hats and thumbs up and Dino love for Kayung. Thank you very much for your support. Really do appreciate it. Right, what have we got here? We have monstrous grizzlies. I believe these are the ones we need to do something with. Grizzly find. We used to skin the corpse of one. Okay. So really we need to see if we can do a big major pull of these like we did before and see what we can get. So, but we need to do that and we need to use the skinning knife. There we go. Okay, so travel round, quill rat, bear, and another bear. I saw one over here. Let's start with 3. Oh, there's a couple in here as well. Alright, okay, so back to Moonkin form. Let's do a lot of these. And then area effect, if I can move in the right direction. There we go. Oh, I can't quite do that one. Okay, let's just mash everything. I might have to Lunar Strike and regrowth this one. And then let's see if we can... These are pretty tough actually. This might be the end of me. No, it didn't quite work. I did too many at once. Whoops. Okay. I also button mashed rather than doing that properly. So I got my rotations all upside down. Okay. Best leather farm spot close to Borealis. Mushy's good for that one. Someone in Drustar, I imagine. Level your tailoring character a bit. Also enchanting would be a good choice. Maybe. Thanks a lot. No worries, Ivan. Glad to help. Inscription, especially with contracts. If 8.2 has new reputations, a contract can be applied to. It will sell good, especially if it's tied to Pathfinder Part 2. Yeah, that's a good idea because people are going to want to get that as much as possible. Okay, so I did too many things at once there. So let's try this a little bit better this time. Did we skin that one? I can't remember. Alright, okay, so let's do this a little bit better. Go to Moonkin form. Got an extra one in here, so that's fine. 3. Where's 3? There it is. Yeah, these are quite tough, these grizzlies. Obviously being tanky types. So I need to just make sure I'm a little bit more careful with these pulls. They're not something I can AoE kill as easily as possible. Do that one next. And then there's another one just outside here. I can pull that one in. That's a bit better. Okay. What else did I miss? Just think you're going to go with the tailoring and enchanting first. Try inscription after. Good idea. Big fan of inscription too. Most of your stuff sell often. Yeah, I really like to try inscription. It's definitely on my list. Okay, let's skin these. And that last one. And then we can come inside. The extra thing we need here is a treasure chest. Get some extra bits there. Right, now what do we need? There's something over here. What's this? A sprung bear trap. Need to do those. And some herbs as well. That's a lot quicker now with the enchant. Glad I picked that one up. Do all of those. Is there anything in here? Looks like there's a bear in here. Start with one of those. Oh, managed to pick up a second one. Pressing the wrong buttons here. That's better. Okay, so that should be another 2 done. I only needed 2 more of these, so that'll be the grizzlies done on this side. And then let's move on back over into the other area. What do we need to do with these quill rats? Sturdy quills. Okay. So let's have a look. What else are we missing here? Are there any other quill rats around? There's one over here. Oh, we've got some deer over here as well. That could be... Let's do those as well. There we go. Let's see how we get on with this kind of pull. This way we've got at least a few different things we can do at once. Although we are under fire, so let's hope that our healing helps us. We got 10,000 from there quite nicely, and then another 10,000. So long as you can keep the damage going, it would be nice if I had a bit more of a buffer of health there, because I was cutting that one close to the bone. But that was definitely useful. Okay, and I'm not going to hand that in just yet. Really hate Bribrat Call. I always get lost in there. That's a really tricky one. Okay, so I want to just select you whilst I'm here. Got a bit of extra pull in there. Didn't quite mean to get that as well at the same time. There we go. Use bark skin when falling below 50% health. Do I have bark skin? There it is. No entangling roots. Bark skin, bark skin, bark skin. Do I have it? I must have it. Maybe I just haven't put it on. Let's have a look at my spell book. Ferocious Bite, Entangling Roots, Regrowth, Solar Beam, Feline Swiftness. Ah, right, okay. Actually, do you know a good leather farm spot close to Veralis? No, okay. Okay, no problem. Best one in that continent. I mean, Drostvar's not close to Veralis. Okay, yeah, there we go, there's the difference. Okay, the first one. Was it the first one? Oh yeah, there it is, bark skin. Oh, it looks like that, does it? Okay. Your skin becomes tough as bark, reducing all damage you take by 20%, preventing damage. Okay. Haven't added this to your action bar, so I think we ought to really. Let's take Entangling Roots out and put that next to Regrowth. There we go. Thank you very much. Excuse me. I was going to do some Samadan story time tonight, but I think with my throat being croaky, I better not. Okay, let's carry on. Bear traps. Oh, we need to loot that. And then let's see if we can find our way over to, what do we need? Hawk eggs. Where are the hawk eggs going to be? You can do that at least. Do we need to do the raccoons? Let's move around this way. Oh, we aggroed that bear, unfortunately. The bear trap doesn't actually get the bears, unfortunately. There we go. Oh, I didn't actually mean to shoot that one. There we go. Let's run through that. There we go. Took me way too long to realise that. Is it really? Okay, well there we go. I didn't realise that myself. I thought it was organised by power or something like that. Okay, so we've done that, we've done that. There's one of the quill rats. I need to do one of those. one of those. There we go. That was easy enough. Some more quills we got. Okay, and next on the list is fuzzy tails collected. So that must be the raccoons. Okay. Which are all over here. Let's start with one of those. Let's do a load of these whilst we're here. That should be enough for now, I think. There we go. Get a load of those going. Oh, looks like there's a bear coming in. Let's just get all of these fuzzy tails. We've got one fuzzy tail out of all of those. That was pretty rubbish odds. Let's go over here. See if we can get ourselves some raccoons again. Oh, got a little bit extra there. Another raccoon. There's another one over there. Let's just do that. And pull in that one as well. So here, oh, we managed to pick up a bear at the same time. Not as helpful. Let's get some extra damage going down. Now I'm low, so we need to get that bark skin going. There he goes. Just enough health to keep me alive. Wow, that was close. Thank you for the bark skin hint on that one. I don't think I would have made it otherwise. Constantly running ramparts, you need the shaman patterns. Alright. Okay, 2 fuzzy tails there, that's good. And next on, there's some more raccoons over here. So I think we need to do one of those. Let's do that. Not regrowth. We need to do that. And then we need to do that. And let's get 3 at once whilst we're here. Another raccoon, another raccoon. There's one right over there. See if we can bring that one in. There we go. That should get them going. And then we should be able to do that. And then spam that down. And hopefully amongst all of these raccoons, we should be able to get ourselves a fuzzy tail. There we go, we've got plenty. So next up is the hawk eggs, which must be over here somewhere. Aha, I see, in the nests. That would make sense. And then let's go over here. I imagine there's going to be a load of these everywhere. Guarded, of course. There's one over there. Looks like some other players in here, so looks like they're doing the same thing as me, perhaps. Ooh, got a little bit extra there. Picked up some extra help, so let's go through. Wrong button, there we go. And that, and do that. Trinket as OP is definitely useful. Definitely useful. Lock XP before 114. The thing is though, I really want to get to 120. That would be the next thing for me to do, definitely. Is to get 120, because I would really like... There we go, just loot that whilst we're here. Where are the rest of these eggs? Difficult to see at night time. Oh, right next to me. That helps. 8 of 12. Gotta look for the sparkles, really. There's some. In the corner. 11 of 12. One more. Gonna have to run through those. Go around the edge. There's some more up here. Hopefully I can get those in time. There we go. Excellent. And then we can run back and finish all that lot up. The XP buff, yes. Oh, it's run out. Thank you, Anna Jojas. We've just run out of that one. So what I'll do is, can we... Now, ideally, we'd set our Hearthstone to here before handing these in. So then we'd go to Stormwind and then get that sorted, I think. So let's set our Hearthstone. Make this in your home. Accept that. And then we're going to go to Dalaran, I'd guess. Be the quickest and easiest way. Why 114? Heard 110 if you want to gear Mythic Antorus, or 111 if you want easier BFA gearing but a weaker Twink. That you lose the legendary effect. Okay. Right, where am I at and where do I need to go? Let's go around this way. I don't think we can get to the Darkmoon Fair from here, can we? Assuming so. I think it's only in the major cities. So we'll go through the portal room. The single one that it is. And then let's run through this lot. Should really go into cat form whilst doing this, so I run faster. And then go into travel form when I'm at the end. I forget that I've got different druid forms. I'm always in boomkin form. That's the wrong one again. Okay, there we go. There's flight form. Well, that went very quickly, the Darkmoon Fair buff. That means I'm very close to running out of time here. So let's do this, and then we can Hearthstone back. Take me to the staging area, accept that. Also, XP gem helps you level your tunes with it. Yes, I have got the XP gem. That is definitely one thing I have picked up, which is useful. Oh, you lose it if you die too. Of course. I forgot I died, didn't I? Of course. Well, I shouldn't have been so reckless then. Any draft of the 10 lands? No, I don't have any of those, unfortunately. Do much collecting, mounts, pets, on Transmog. Wow. I'll give you an example of my my mount collection. Considering I've been playing since vanilla, and I missed 3 expansions in the middle, my mount collection consists of 39 mounts, and the best ones I've got is obviously the Brutasaur, and lots of horses is about as far as I've got. That's why you said it's not worth the time picking up. Costs every time like 4 minutes. That's true. And the wolf very kindly given to me my mushy herself. Right, let's go have a look. Let's go jump on this again. Let's have another little look. Now, can we actually have a look around here? Let's do a little screenshot of this, I think. See if we can get some good screenshots. That's not a good screenshot. There we go. Just going through the underground bit here. Let's have a look round. Oh, I keep getting that the wrong way round. Just wait till we get to a side-on shot, I think. That'll be a good one. There we are. And then we're going on up. There we go, that's a good one. A nice one at the top, hopefully. There we go. Yeah, instead of the spinning around thing, we can do the roller coaster, which has been excellent. So that gives us the Wii buff, the same. There we go. If you're worried about time, you get the buff quicker on the carousel. That's true. It's a question of fun, though, isn't it? Okay, so we should be able to Hearthstone back to Canning's Lodge. Yeah, it's a lot more fun. Right, okay, so let's have a look at what else we need to do. Just hand in those quests mainly, and then what I could probably do is park Jahwakening here and keep the buff ready for next time. So let's just have a quick wander around and collect up those. And don't forget the rested XP as well. You get dizzy if you use the carousel. Right, well this should give us, there we go, level 112.
City's dangerous nowadays.
Grizzly End, we'll hand that in. Pardon Our Rust, hand that in. Westwood Noble will pick up. And then there's another one to hand in over this side. And then we'll pick up the quills and get a load of XP that way. Okay, so that's a good start. So we are already a little bit way into 112. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, like you said, Bramblefar, park him inside so we get the rested XP buff as well, carrying on. And then we're going to move on over to Samadan just to see if we can do a couple of quick checks of the auction house and restocking the things we missed out on. Just to finish up, let's have a quick look at that. No worries, Spellcut, thanks ever so much for stopping by. Getting up early, can't wait to post it on YouTube so you can finish watching it. No worries, thank you ever so much for stopping by. Have a great rest of your evening, and I hope to see you again soon. Okay, so, did I miss Giglorex there with the follow? Do apologise if I missed you there, I just saw the notification. So we've got Pact of Haste and Versatility since we've been playing today. Let's also have a look at what else we've got on the auction house. Anything else sold recently? 2 more packs of haste for 1,100, so that's pretty good. I think I should be able to post some more on now, because I have got an excess of those. So let's run a post scan first and foremost. And hopefully those will go on. Let's have a quick look. Quite a lot of this is below minimum price at the moment. How long do I post my auctions for? Because I can't guarantee I'll be on every day, I post mine on for 48 hours as standard. If I was going to be doing more cancelling and repost, then I'll do it for 24 hours. But because of my playtime and the fact that I can't guarantee getting on, then this is the best way for me. So let's post those on. More packs of hastes. Hopefully get some more sales there. Just double check those. Then make sure we can see everything, and then we'll go back to gathering and see what else we can make. Let's go tailoring. So galley banquets we still need to do. Sinister combatants, flying carpet. So we need one more expulsum. So we need to head on over to Borealis for that. So let's go do that whilst we're here. And then the thing we're going to want to do here is get hopefully just the one expulsum we needed, and then we need to also check on the other bits and pieces. Let's go over to the scrapper first. Let's go have a look. But we're quite close to doing Pathfinder, so I think that's something I ought to really focus on. Maybe next stream is to get Pathfinder Part 1, just so that we have it. Any expulsum in that lot? It looks like we weren't lucky, unfortunately. So let's do a few more braces. See if we can get a few going. How many can we make? 146. Let's just try 20 for now. See if we can get a few more there. Check my character at work on Wellhead with the tool. Yes, I did do that. Samadan's very close, in fact. We just need to do mainly exploring and a couple of world quests, and that's all I need to do. And then we need to finish the Just Do It quest. That's all we need to do. So it shouldn't take too long. I mean, I've done the war campaign that I needed to do. I just need to finish off this little quest area down here in Drustafar. The Just Do It one I need to do for that. And then we also need to have a look at, let me just disenchant these whilst I'm here. Exploring, maybe Zoltazar is the main thing we need to do exploration of. Wednesday, Samadan Day, that sounds good. I think we ought to do that. Babysitting my auction. Oh yes, that's a good point actually, because we can repost things on because it's reset day. So that would make it a good day to do it. Yeah, and hopefully between now and then, maybe if I can get some bracer shuffles going, I can get myself a stock of various things that I've got, so I'm not having to do so many bracer shuffles at one. Samadan Wednesday sounds like a good title. Yep. So hopefully we should get, yeah, there's 2 expulsum now already, so we've got enough expulsum for now. I'll just stock up on a little bit extra in case I can get some. Might as well use them up, because I will be making sinister gear on this character, so it makes sense to keep a few expulsum on me. Got 5, so that was a good result. So in terms of gathering, what else do we need? Let's bring up the task list. So we need to gathering, Samadan, open task list. So primal, fire and mana we need. What does the task list tell me to do though? We have, oh, we've got our cooldowns to do. We haven't done those, so let's make sure we do those. Temporal crystal, do that, craft that, and hexweave cloth. We can also do the other ones as well, so let's do all of those. Hexweave cloth, silkworm cocoon we can't do, so let's just leave that for the moment. And explorations we ignore. Tailoring crafts, we need 6 bolts of imbued frostweave. So bolt of imbued frostweave, is that in my favourites? Doesn't look like it is. Imbued frostweave, let's add that to the favourites because it's going to be used. There we go. Imbued frostweave, there we go. 6 of those. And then we also need Leylight shard, probably from a chaos shatter from looking at that. And then we also need to switch to Erfen and Jahwakening for something from the alts. I wonder what that is. Is that for the primals? I wonder. Who's got what on that front? Let's have a look. Alts have the briny flesh. Okay, and alts have the thick paleo steak and the Tiragard perch. Okay, well let's look at what we got on the auction house first and foremost. See if we can finish this one. So let's go have a look and do a shopping. Click on, let's move that over. Let's do a scan all. What have we got here? Tiragard perch is currently at 80% of DB market. What's my average purchase price? 13 gold 85, and they're currently 11 gold. That's good. Veiled crystals are currently sitting at 179. My mat cost is 120, so I'm going to avoid those. How many do I need veiled crystal wise? 11. Okay, so we need to send some more braces over to Erfen if we're going to finish that one off. Primal mana looks quite expensive there at 299. Primal fire at 499. That's still relatively cheap considering my average purchase price is 590. Looking at that for primal fire, how much have we got at a decent price? There is a reasonable amount here. I only need primal fire. I need 5. So someone's obviously got 5 stacks of 5 here at 499. So let's take the cheap ones to start off with. And that will help offset the price of the primal mana, which is 212 versus that one. Oh yes, motes of fire. Don't forget to check those. Let's have a look at those whilst we're here. Actually, whilst I'm here, I'm just going to pick up the briny flesh that I do need. How much briny flesh do I need? Let's have a quick look. Briny flesh, another 21. So that should do it. And then thick paleo steak is 39 silver. That's really cheap. So we can just pick that up. How much do we need? 37. Let's just buy those 2. And then we're left with Tiragard perch, which we need 62 of. Loads of those. Let's just move that back over. 62, 20, there's plenty here we can get at a decent price. That's fine, we'll take those. And that's that done, and so we're just left with the primal fire and primal mana. Let's have a look at mote of fire. Have a quick look at that. You need to shout if you want him to stop. Oh, right, yeah, we need a red light. Yeah, that could work. What did I miss? What about motes? Oh yes, Coco, you said it first. Do apologise. Yes, I always once I get my brain into a sort of like a flow, then I very quickly sort of forget to look at the chat, especially when I'm off on some, and then I look at and I see Mushy say stop buying that. So motes of fire we need 10, so that would be 500 gold. Let's have a look at motes of mana because those are less expensive. Mote of mana coming in at 83, all those are expensive. So it looks like primal mana and primal fire are cheaper in their current form here. So let's just take these as they are. We need that and we need primal mana. How many? We'll need 5, I imagine. Then it goes up to 300, so that's quite a bit more expensive. But hopefully we can offset that with our primal fire price. We need 3 more. So let's just take these for now. And the last one, that's it. Then veiled crystals, 179 is quite expensive. We do need 11 and a veiled crystal as well. So let's go do that and buy the Fusaka we need. There we go. Tomatas, thank you very much for the follow. So carrying on, we need to open the mail for that lot. Leylight Shard, we need the enchanting craft for that. I'm assuming it's a chaos shatter for that. Let me just do a quick check on the enchanting materials on Legion. Legion enchanting mats. Leylight Shard is currently at 19. That's quite a bit cheaper. My crafting cost is 15 based on me getting cheap chaos crystals. But how many chaos crystals do I have? I only have 30. I'd rather keep hold of those. So I'd rather actually buy this Leylight Shard at 19. That seems a better option at this point, as I only need 1. So let's just buy 1. Leave that at that. And then let's go open up the mail. Collect up all of that lot. Collect our purchases. Easily done. Oh, we needed more than 1. Actually, we needed more because we needed 2 looking at that. So let's have a quick look again. Look at some Leylight. 140% of our average buy price. There's 20 here at 19, so let's just take a few more extra so I have some in stock. There we go. That should do. And pick those up. So the thing we're missing now is just the veiled crystals. So we should be able to make all the other bits and pieces first. So let's go to the crafting and make our enchanted torch. Tome of Illusions Outland. That was a good price we sold that for. Versatile navigation. We can make 1 of those at least. So we'll do that. And then the galley banquet. 8 of those. So let's just swap on over to cooking and do that. My veiled cost is coming out currently at 120, so buying them for 179 is quite a bit different, really. Oh, thank you for the uptime. I am getting close, aren't I? I've gone over, in fact. Gone beyond that and over. It takes ages to make a flying carpet. That's still going. And then we can make some mittens. And then we're just missing 3 packs of versatility, so we can probably leave those. I think it's probably safest. The packs of versatility on those enchants is going to be quite tight, I imagine. Let's have a look after we've done this. Having a look at this, pact of versatility, yeah, it's only 262 gold profit. And it takes 4 veiled crystals. So I'm going to leave that at the moment. Let's see if I can get some other sales of things like the critical strike and the mastery, which would be better. Could be worth a reset. If we were to do that, let's have a look at packs of versatility. It depends on what was its sale rate on that. Let's have a look and go packs, just the good ones. Run a shopping scan. Actually, let's do all of them. Let's include the not so good. So looking at this, this is based off the percentage of crafting cost. So the lower it is, the closer it is to our crafting cost. So Silver Lady here has them at 1,000. How many are there? 5 at 1. And then there's me at 1,000 and 1,000. And then we go up to 1,000 here. And then another 1,000. And then we go up to 1,200 here. So I'd have to buy 11 and another 5 and 9 there. So I'd have to buy 20 of them to be able to reset that market. And the sale rate on these is fairly reasonable, 0.93 according to TSM accounting, and 0.44 according to the region sale rate. But I'd have to do probably a reset on all of these, I suspect. There's me in there at 1,100, and then the Pact of Haste, again, all 1,100. Maybe this is something we can look at for Wednesday. I won't do it tonight, but I'm going to look at that on Wednesday and see if we can do some resets of the market and get some good prices going on those. So let's post up the things we did make. Oh, we've just sold a Pact of Haste. So let's go and post these ones up. Looks like we've got a cookie and an Oreo sitting next to each other. They're very close to each other. I didn't realise they were that close. Let's just have a quick look at them there. There's Oreo flopped over the side, and Cookie is very Sphinx-like, just standing right next to him. I'm not sure if she's noticed him or not. Do you want to come over, Cookie? I don't think Oreo's going to notice. He's fast asleep. I think you're safe. There we go. At least we have some cookie time just at the end of the stream. We got her at the beginning and now we've got her at the end. Let's just post these on. She's having a sniff of the camera. She's not quite sure that she's live. Hopefully she's not going to jump on Oreo. No, she's avoided him. There we go. There we go. Right, that was a good way to finish it off. He bites his stomach. Yeah, she might not. Oh, Oreo's woken up now. They tolerate each other. Oreo is such a gentle giant. He gets beaten up by Cookie a fair amount. But in all honesty, since Oreo has gotten bigger and bigger, Cookie's kind of... she doesn't like him, but she avoids him as well. So he tends to just push his weight around a little bit, especially if it comes to food or something like that. He'll literally just hold his ground and stand there. They've learned to tolerate each other on the most part. They're not siblings. We got them, but we did get them close to each other, about a year apart. Right, I think I'm probably done here. Otherwise, I'm going to carry on tinkering away. Let's close down the task list. Okay, so I've done all the main things I wanted to do. A little bit of work on Jahwakening. We've got all our auctions back on. Made a decent amount of gold, 70 odd thousand. Oh, we didn't buy a WoW token. Let me just check on that price. Whilst I'm here. How much is a WoW token at the moment? 173,000. That's not bad. They have been a bit higher than that at the moment. Already got quiet, so I'd go to bed. Oh gosh, yes, it's quite a bit later, isn't it? Very productive, Danny, I would say so. Let's finish it off with the token purchase. That way I can now buy my 6 months game time in one go. So that was the last thing I needed to do. Still now at 1.3 million, just under. So that's not bad. We'll just cash that in now whilst we've got it. Where is it? I always forget where it goes. Oh, I need to pick it up from the mailbox, that's why. Let's go collect that up. And we also got some packs of haste coming in there. So let's take all of those. And we can delete that one. And then we can redeem that token for Blizzard balance, which should take me up to £52, which I think should be enough for 6 months game time. If not, I'll have to buy another token. But there we go. We've been doing that steadily over the past few months, so that's decent. It's a good way to finish off. There we go. Right, let's see if we can find someone to throw a host on over to. So who is on at the moment? Well, we have the lovely Sea Thrift is on already, so I think we'll send a host over to her. Also a very chill Goldmaker, so recommend you, if you haven't been to her stream before, go over and send her some love. I'm going to just let that ad run, and then I'll run the host. There we go. Let's pop that down. No problem, Dad Freddy, glad you could come here. So my next stream is going to be on Wednesday, so hope you can make it then. Between now and then, I'm not sure whether I've got anything else coming on. I did if you haven't checked it out, my monthly highlights, my March highlights is on YouTube. You can go check it there. Interesting sales, only 223 profit in March, so we were very much stock rich and cash poor. So we're going to send some love over to Cash Host to Thrift. There we go. So thank you all for a lovely stream tonight. Really appreciate it. Chris Brands, thank you very much for the follow. I am literally just finishing off, so have to catch me next time, but thank you very much. We're going to send some love over to Sea Thrift. Another chill Goldmaker. New character, profit to pair with mining. Nice idea, Betty. I would go with mining and blacksmithing, perhaps. You get a discount when you buy it 6 months. Yes, exactly, Bacon Bits. That's the best way to do it. So, thank you all. We're going to send some love over to Sea Thrift. See you all on Wednesday. Until then, from me, Oreo and Cookie, we shall wish you a good night and happy gold making.